Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. When I say I promise you, I'm gonna knock out the Gypsy King as well.
Evgeny Productions.
How am I gonna let this little skinny spaghetti hit my baby?
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Numbers don't lie, and I'm that guy. I'm the dog with the bitch.
When I stepped on the scene, I said I wanted this road. I said I wanted that road.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You know, so I'm still on the mission.
I'm gonna chase his ass all the way up there.
I told him it's an easy fight to make.
Some of them like it, some of them don't. ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. This is definitely a hardcore edition, but we got a little bit of casual fan hot button topics out there for you guys to, talk about, bounce back and forth. But first, on the ESPN Plus card with Fuji Boxing, we got Masayuki Ito, who stops Evgeny Chuprakov. I don't know, but I watched this one. Since there was so much hoopla about Ito, I've definitely watched it and ready to give you my take on it. And I'm sure the panel is excited because, you got Ron and Mario who are into the lower weight class and Mike that tries to like every single weight class and every single fighter. Optimistic Mike, you know him. But we got Shiro, who defeats Saul Juarez for the WBC junior flyweight title. And then we got the brother of the monster Inoue, Takuma Inoue. This one is funny because ESPN is calling him Fresh Smart. BoxRec has him as Petch Chitpattana or something like that. His last name's Fresh Smart all throughout the 12 rounds on ESPN. So I don't know what I'm going to definitely go with Fresh Smart instead of the other last name that he has. But it was a good back and forth scrap. Wasn't much boxing this weekend. So, thank God for ESPN Plus picking up this 5 a.m. Sunday morning Fuji boxing card. Without this, we probably wouldn't have much of anything. Like I said, we got the Terrance Crawford, Gervonta Davis back and forth exchange on Twitter, going at each other very, cutting deep is what I would say with the words used. And just, seems like it's more like, when you see me pop off. But we'll give you all the details and how we got to that, or how I got to that conclusion. Then we got a beautiful picture from Snack and Victor Conti surfacing of Mikey Garcia. Also, Mikey's team pushing this picture as well. I seen Robert Garcia Jr. posted as well. But Mikey looking very cut up, bulky, putting on the pounds for his 147-pound fight with Errol Spence. So the rumors have started, and I think that this is all part of what will be Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence in March. And I think that we all need to be in attendance for this one. Then we got Mayweather's boxing exhibition tomorrow, New Year's Eve. Mayweather's going to be getting it on with Chenshu. So we'll be talking about that just a little bit. And we got Pacquiao-Broner All Access, which the series is going to debut on January 4th. And Roy Jones, the trader, signs a 3-year UFC deal to promote boxing. I don't know why. 72 events over the next 3 years. I mean, DAZN has 80 in 1 year, so I don't know what this is going to be. With so much competition, I just feel sad for the fighters that are going to sign to all these separate entities and then be kind of in no man's land. And we'll talk more about that a little later. The number to call in if you want to give us your take on all the hot button topics we'll be discussing today on today's show. The number to call in is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. And don't forget, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world. Just download the absolutely free Skype app and add Nestor Gibbs. Now, while you're on your Android or your Apple iPhone market and you're downloading the app, don't forget to drop and download that Patreon app so that you can stay up to date. There's tons of posts coming out every day on Patreon, and you want to set those notifications. You don't want to be left out. You don't want to be sitting around asking why you didn't get to ask one of these many fighters that we've been scheduling frequently on the show a question. As a Patreon member, a family member, your perk is to drop one question that will be chosen to, talk amongst the fighter that is, or fighter promoter, manager, whatever the case may be, that will be live on our show. So don't forget to head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Right now, we got Axe Austin Trout post out. We got a Axe Abner Mares post out, and we have a Axe. Oh my God, it's escaping me.
Was it Caleb Plant?
Caleb, no, that's not Caleb Plant, but we got a bunch of action.
Jared Hurt?
Ernesto Rodriguez. He will be on the show Monday morning. We got Ernesto Rodriguez, the trainer of Jarrett Hurd, and then Monday afternoon at 3 p.m. we got Austin Trout, the former junior middleweight champion, will be on. So there's definitely tons of extra perks over on Patreon. Head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We're going to get on out to our rotating panel of hosts, starting with the legendary Baby.
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I saw fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my dad. Boxing voice. Because if he comes to fight, I'm going to look for him.
I saw fight too.
I think you're accurate.
Yes. Good evening and good afternoon to those on the West. Right? Is it still afternoon? Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just chiming in rather. To say what's up. I didn't watch any of the Japanese fights, the lightweight fights at all, Ito and Kano, whatever. But anyway, legendary Baby is here. Chime in, call in, hit me up on the chat. I want to talk about Mikey Garcia. I want to talk about Mike Coppinger lighting a feud and Terrance Crawford. Next host.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
Windows down, 2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss, 2 to stand over.
Turn up.
Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
And I'm in.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, look who in the motherfucking building. It's your boy Mike, back here with another one, TBV. Shout out Ron, shout out Mario, shout out Enrique, and shout out the other guy with the cup in his hand. And I'm just fucking with you. Shout out Ness. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. Japanese fight. I just finished the 7th round of Ito. That guy is big for 130, and he can put his punches together pretty good. I like what I saw, and him and Jamil Hearn will be a good scrap. Chill out. Also, we got Crawford and Davis beef. When you the king, heavy is the head. You know what I'm saying? People always try to take shots at the motherfucker, at the crown. So things happen, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. People always gonna hate. And it's funny, people hate when they know you can't really do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? We can't really get in the ring with each other. We've seen this before with Deontay Wilder. We've seen it before with a guy from the UFC, TJ Dillashaw, and we also seen it now with Terrance Crawford. So maybe it's a thing from Gervonta Davis. Who knows? But anyway, let's get out to Mario or Ron G. What's going on, y'all?
It's me, Mario.
Yo. Ever since I started covering boxing, there were 3 things that were true. It was Ivan Calderon by decision. That ain't true no more. You don't double cross or you don't fuck with Jay Prince. And Japanese boxing on New Year's Eve. And I'm glad that we got it. I'm glad we got a card yesterday. I'm glad the Boxing Voice is going to talk about it. So, let's get it in.
What you know about Jay Prince?
Oh, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Cut off Mike in full fashion.
BoxingVoice.com.
I've been doing this. I ain't been up and fell off. I've been through the Lennox Lewis era, the Nassim Hamed era, the Sugar Shane Moses era, the Oscar De La Hoya era, Mark Antonio Barrera. I've been through all the eras, and I still been
How much you talking? You do too much talking.
The thing is that people want their subjective preference to be the objective reality.
HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't about how many fights you had, it's who you fought.
This is what champions look like. And we don't look like, you look like. I'm flowing with you boys battle versus. You Jim Lantley, Larry Merch. Nigga, you just talk a good fight. Nothing.
Yo, who is that?
Ooh, that's that.
That was Smack, right?
That's that Loaded Lux, man. That's
that was Loaded Lux.
That's a rapper or that's a fighter?
That's Loaded Lux.
That's a battle rapper, homie.
Yeah,
but
battle.
Game a legendary baby. How you gonna be?
Yo,
the New York battle rap scene.
Yo, I don't follow battle rap scene.
Hey, can Ron G get an intro? Can Ron G get an intro?
Walking over Ron G intro.
Hey, because I was coming for that legendary baby spot. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Nah, he killed it with that intro. I thought that was a soundbite, but cool.
But check it out. We definitely have all these fights that if you were up super late in the morning or you just watched it later when you woke up, we'll talk about those as well as just a little sneak peek of Floyd Mayweather's exhibition that we won't see in the US. If you want to get it, you probably have to get a stream or something. But that Mikey Garcia, I'm going to go down that rabbit hole. Once we get to that topic, I'm going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to play left and right. I'm going to make some people mad. I'm going to make some people happy, do some conspiracies. But that's going to be the topic when we get there. I'm going to have some fun with that. But let's just start the show.
Well, let's get right out to it, man. I mean, Masayuki Ito stops Evgeny Chuprakov or whatever. I don't know. Look, never heard of this guy. Never seen him before in my life. But I was impressed for what he is. Atlas Teddy did a great job of souping him up, right? Making you believe that this guy is as advertised. If I'm not mistaken, Ron, is this the one with no amateur background?
Yes. Ito didn't have an amateur background. He pretty much just jumped right into the whole boxing, professionalism, got his trait from there.
And
I'm even more impressed.
Trained by Rudy Hernandez, correct?
Correct. And that's the brother of the other Hernandez that fought Floyd Mayweather in the first title. He's also trained like Chocolatito a little bit.
And
Hernandez, right?
Go ahead, Mario.
Freddie Hernandez, right? Wasn't it?
Freddie Hernandez is a fighter.
No, that's not him. I'm sorry. No, I wasn't talking about Freddie Hernandez, the fighter. I was talking about Gennaro Hernandez. That's who it was. Yeah,
Rudy Hernandez. Yep.
So, I mean, obviously, Steve Kim put an article out on Masayuki Ito, and it was like the education of Masayuki. I just read the title, didn't even go into the article. No disrespect at all. But I didn't think this was going to be up my alley. And what I meant by that is I didn't think that this guy was going to be on my radar after today, but he is. He's in a decent division. So I said, let me educate myself so that I can, pass forward the information to our listeners, which I'm sure Mario and Ron and even Mike are going to do a better job getting into him. But I'll tell you what I saw. I saw a guy who's raw and that was getting a lot of credit on ESPN airwaves. Now, I know that this is the B team to the A team because this was a 5 a.m. Sunday telecast. So they dusted Teddy Atlas off and Joe Tessitore for this particular event. We all know that Teddy got banned from being on the telecast. Even he was excited to be on this and said, man, I hope we get more 5 a.m. Sunday telecast. Why? Because he misses doing what it is that he does. Not that I don't love it. I do. He speaks and somehow it sticks in your head. So what he kept repeating is that Ito has no amateur background. And because of that, he has more upside than the rest of the champions. I'll read them off and stop there just to, mix it up with the many co-hosts. Do you see Ito having more upside than Gervonta Davis, Miguel Burchell, and Tevin Farmer, all the other belt holders in the division, starting with Ron?
I mean, I would also throw in Alberto Machado in that mix too.
He's a regular right now. I mean, you guys give a lot of love to these regulars.
I'm not saying the fact of his championship.
Pacquiao's a regular.
Look, I'm not saying the fact of him being a traditional title holder. I'm just saying the fact that that's the division he's in. I think he can have a good fight with Machado. And that's what I'm just saying. That's a pretty loaded division with a whole bunch of talented fighters. And, you know, from my opinion, I think that he may fall below these guys, even though he has a title. You know, I still saw that there was things that he could have worked on, spacing, getting his opponent off. You know, there was some crowding, and there was points where he had to figure out into the later rounds. But other than that, his right hand was great. His left hook to the body, he was setting him up. And, you know, due to the opponent, I mean, that was the first time I've seen him. He did what he was supposed to do, and he stopped him. So, you know, he definitely shows that he has power, has the ability to hurt somebody. He's pretty big. So, you know, those are my thoughts.
Nobody got time for that.
Look, this fight can happen.
Wait a minute. Because I know Mario's jumping in because he does the same thing. You guys love to fucking play defense. He didn't even answer the question. Does he have more upside than the other champions? That's what Atlas kept spewing, saying this guy has more upside. You know why? Because he doesn't have an amateur background. The other guys have an extensive amateur background, which means they really can't get any better. This guy can get better. This guy can be better.
Obviously, that's not true. I mean, you know that.
I want your answer on it. Like, you
okay, my bad. Okay. Hey, all right. I obviously think that all these people in the division can get better. You know, Tevin Farmer's gotten better over time. Gervonta Davis is young. I mean, you know, Alberto Machado is obviously progressing, and he's gotten better over and over time. Miguel Burcho, you know, I mean, he's a great fighter. He's been in that division. He's always been performing. So, yeah, I just think the concept is just the fact that his growth in each fight can be tremendously like magnified because of the fact that he doesn't have the polish, you know, look that these other guys have. So the next fight he has may see the progression bigger because Gervonta Davis already looks great as a fighter. How much more can he move up in comparison to Ito and his career, you know?
Yeah, look, I'll answer it straightforward, even though I thought Ron did a great job of explaining that. No, I don't think he has the upside that these other guys do, with the exception of Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer's grown leaps and bounds in the last few years, leaps and bounds. I used to think that there was no way this guy would stand a chance in the ring with any of the belt holders, and now I don't think it would be such a bad fight between him and Davis. But Ito, look, when this fight started, first of all, I'm going to say this fight could have happened 10 times. This fight with Ito, and man, I was doing a really good job of pronouncing his name earlier. But Ito's opponent, this fight could have happened 10 times, and it would look exactly the same each time. The fighter, I'm going to go ahead and say it, Chuprakov,
Evgeny
Chuprakov. Yeah, there you go. He went, he came straight forward. You know, that was the buzz on him. He was going to come forward. Ito looked low energy at first, I thought, but really, I just think he was doing a bad job of keeping him away for a little bit. But then he started doing a really good job of finding that distance. He didn't stay on the outside per se. It wasn't like all his shots were super long and straight. He did do some incredible body work. You can't do body work from super long range. So he found a really great range. And I think that's what he's so good at, is finding his strengths in the ring. He's able to move and find positions. He was also able to slip punches fairly well, even though the fight looked the way it did. There were moments where he was able to slip, but against those other guys, like, no way. Chuprakov did not possess the abilities of a Davis or even a Farmer. I mean, you know, Miguel's in the ring and he can bring that forward style, but he can do it with precision and intelligence. There's no way Ito keeps that guy off of him. That said, they would be tremendous action fights. Well, they would be really great action fights with a technical savvy to them. And so, you know, like I said, Ito kept him at bay towards the end of the round. I mean, towards the later part of the fight. As he got better as he got going, which is something that a lot of fighters take for granted and a lot of fighters don't do well. So tremendous props to Ito. Did a really good job. And hopefully people go back and watch this ESPN Plus. It's on demand. Obviously, you can go anytime and watch it. And they do pay attention, because I think this is a guy we're going to be seeing.
Look, I don't know if he has more upside than everybody else, but I can say he's going to be a problem for all the champions, man. The guy is big, and if he's able to use his natural gifts his length, his size to his advantage, he's going to be a problem for all the champions. I'm not saying he goes out there and beats them, but I think Teddy was just fluffing him up a little bit for the American audience. But one thing that I am impressed about, that he didn't have any amateur background, and he's able to go out there and compete on the highest level. And I mean, the guy's going to be a problem for anybody in the division. I'm excited to see him go against. I believe he's going to fight Jamel Herring next. So if that happens, I'm excited to see that fight.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, man, I didn't think he had more upside. I think Tank puts him out. I think it's a tough fight for Farmer because this guy is resilient and he does good body work. You know, he's not your typical Japanese fighter. He's being trained in California. He spars with Oscar Valdez. You know, he's trained by a Hispanic trainer. So I could see him giving Tevin a little bit of issue because Tevin is the lighter puncher out of all the champions. But I think Tevin even beats him. Maybe Burchell is his best option on a unification. I mean, Tank stops this dude. There's no way Tank doesn't stop this dude.
I think him and Burchell will be like one of those fight of the year candidate kind of
fight of the year candidate, which translates to two dudes getting punched in the face. I mean, we all know how you guys pick your fight of the year.
I mean, it's actually,
no, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, I mean,
skill is skill to me. You know, two dudes. I mean, look, fight of the year, wasn't Miguel and another fight of the year candidate with Francisco Vargas. No one's ever gonna give Francisco Vargas the motherfucking technical award of the year. So anyway, moving on. On the undercard, we had, what is this guy's name? Fresh Smart taking on Inoue. Another fight that I was paying attention to. And really quick, before we finish, Masayuki Ito is 5'8.5". So that's like super fucking big. Remember, Bradley's like 5'8". He got as big as 147. So, you know, there's a lot of people that's 5'8". That's huge for that 130-pound weight division. Okay. Now, on the undercard, we had Takuma Inoue, which defeated Petch Freshmart. Freshmart reminded me of Soren Visai a lot. I don't know if Soren Visai is from Thailand or not, but this dude had a padded record, about 48 fights. I don't know, something like 38 knockouts. I'm not even gonna Google it and find out. I do want to see Freshmart back. He's relentless. Probably needs to be tested because he never fucking tired out at all. But maybe they don't in these lower weight divisions. What's this? 118?
Correct. Bantamweight.
Yeah, 118.
And isn't Rigondeaux making his debut back at 118? Isn't he coming back to 118?
I thought he was going to 122.
Oh shit. That's kind of why I got excited. I was like, all right, let's see, because this Inoue dude is nothing like his brother. This dude went another 12 rounds, and you know, the fake Russian Visai here, Freshmart, he turned it up in the later half of the fight. Not that he wasn't trying in the early, you know, part of the fight. It's just that he has no skill. You know, all his fights was in Thailand. He's never been in the ring with anyone like Inoue. Inoue was setting him up with the jab, you know, going straight down the pipe with the right. He just doesn't have enough power. He was hitting him with everything. He just doesn't have enough power. So I would like to see Freshmart back versus someone else in the 118 just to get a comparable. And you know, I'm interested in seeing who Inoue fights next. I don't really know who's even at this division. When I pass the ball, I'll go and check. But
I can tell you.
All right. What are the recognizable other champions?
Just to remind, like, he won the interim WBC. So the WBC belt is vacant right now until Rasheem Warren fights underneath the Adrian Broner Pacquiao undercard. So that's more likely going to be where they're going to set him up as the mandatory for the winner of that fight. So once you see the Rasheem Warren fight, that's where you'll pretty much figure out who's going to fight who.
So he'll end up fighting Rashid. You know, that's going to end up being a war because Warren doesn't have power either, man. But Louis Neary's in this division too, no?
Correct. Louis Neary is ranked right underneath the top, within the top 5.
But isn't he suspended? Didn't he put positive a bunch of times?
He did, but he just came back. He just had his return not too long ago. He just had a fight recently, so he's back active.
Yeah. Now, the funny part about this is that, you got the Charlo brothers, you got the Klitschko brothers, and what other champions are out there. These two brothers are trying to be champions in the same weight class. I don't think the question has been asked, will they end up fighting each other? Because Inoue and this Inoue are in the same division, right?
Correct. His older brother has moved up to this division's third weight class, and he's in the World Boxing Super Series. More likely, if he wins that tournament, it wouldn't be surprising if he tries to move up to the next weight class.
And that's the one they call the monster for any casuals trying to follow this division. The other notable names, Nonito Donaire, who's also in the World Boxing Super Series, Zolani Tete.
Zolani, yeah.
And Ryan Burnett. Wasn't that the...
Correct, Ryan Burnett, Emmanuel Rodriguez.
Emmanuel Rodriguez has a belt.
But wasn't Burnett the one that just lost, or did he just win?
Yeah, he lost to his
he lost to Donaire
by injury though.
Oh yes. He hurt something. Rashid Warren, Jason Maloney, and Carlos Cuadras, which would make a great fight for this dude Freshmart. Whoa.
You're talking about the loser a lot, which I don't have a problem with, because I feel like there were things in there he could have done right. Like he didn't use his physicality. He didn't use the physical advantages that he had, and he allowed Inoue to get off on him and move away. And he just did it. Look, I wasn't super impressed because I'd seen him do better, but I think with the opponent that he had in the ring, it was comparable. He did a good job though. He really did. He showcased skill. He did go 12. There is a problem, I think, with the power, the lack of power, I think leaves him vulnerable to a lot of the guys that he could face in this division.
Oh yeah, bro. This dude's back was on the ropes all night.
Shout out to OTKP and Lawrence William. Joshua Greer is in this division too. Don't blink, the one with the pillow, night.
Okay.
He might be a player here too. So I don't know. I really don't know what route he's going down.
Joshua Greer is nowhere near ranked in that top 25 though.
Oh, he's not even top 20. I probably would definitely be in the top 25. Wow.
No.
I mean,
also,
I love to use BoxRec, and they use a weird system, but I don't.
Point system, yeah.
Oh, there you go. He is 25. He is 25.
Oh, okay, I was like, damn, he's not top 25. I mean, he got to be at the end or something.
You know what? Actually, he's ranked number 7 in the IBF.
Okay, there we go. Now that sounds.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't like that whole separate sanctioning body rankings. I get them. Because each sanctioning body is separate, and they have to continue, moving their fighters along. Mm-hmm. But I think like when there's title opportunities, fight fans, we should look at it like who's the best fighter available. For instance, we'll be talking about Crawford later. So like Crawford is available. Like what welterweight is available to Crawford, not what WBO welterweight is available.
Let me stop you right there though. You got to go back to the point with Kenny Porter always brings up. When I done paid this money to this damn sanction body.
I hear you. Like I said, you see. You getting triggered, and I get it. But
I'm bringing a point up,
I said, us as fight fans, we need to look at it like this. You want to look at it from business and what Kenny Porter paying and what Crawford paying, because you want Crawford to pick from just the WBO pool, and that's cool, bro. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying as a fight fan, I look at Louis Neary and say, who's the next available great fight for him? And whoever that may be, not just in the WBC rankings. I'm not looking at it like that when I'm thinking of Wilder's next opponent, right? I'm not like, let him fight Wanaki because Wanaki, like that's
because the biggest problem with that too, Ness, the biggest problem with or the reason why I agree with you is because a lot of times these guys get matched up with the 6th ranked guy, but then the 12th ranked guy is next on the list, and it sucks for us because we have to sit there, we have to wait, and then they talk about who's next up or who's the mandatory, and then we're all bummed out. That's why mandatory fights are most of the time bullshit and people skip them anyway.
Granted, the fact that fight with Ito was a mandatory, for the WBO, and I've never seen him. He's never fought out of the country. No disrespect to him, but You know, I'm sure he wasn't probably ranked in the grand scheme of the whole division as top 5, top 6, top 10, you know?
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you, brother. I'm just saying I'm giving you the reason why the fighters are not just hopping over from different like sanctioned bodies and stuff like that.
Stop your lying, man. I open my statement by saying, as a fan, this is how we should look at it. And you still want to look at it from the business standpoint.
I am looking at it from the
protect your champ, player. Protect your champ.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
He's getting warmed up for that Crawford topic.
I know. I mean, is we almost there? Because poor Enrique been quiet, like we got him on punishment and shit.
Yeah, I would have changed the channel a long time ago.
I think we there already. We on Terrance Crawford right there.
Get over here,
Mike. You want to start this off?
Nah, I'm gonna pass it to Legendary Baby.
Hold on, man. I got I got a special treat. I'm gonna go ahead and connect Terrance, but Crawford on the line. Terrance, what up?
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is. Please note, the new number is.
Yo.
You think that's because of Mike Coppinger and Gervonta getting at him?
I don't know, but first things first, I'm gonna say this. Yo, he coming at writers now. So watch what you say.
Now, Ness.
He said he want to fight Coppinger. He said, "Why don't you fight me, Coppinger?"
Yeah, but he should have not said that.
All those who don't know, Michael Coppinger is now Fox. What is his actual
PBC
title on Fox Sports?
I'll Google it.
Yeah,
look, I wanted to say Mike Coppinger's response to it all was perfect. He's like, look, I'm not a fighter. I'm just reporting. And I did say you're an excellent fighter. So he read what he wanted to read. He got offended. He got offended when he said, yo, let's see how he does at 147 when he fights elite fighters.
Nah, but he also said, look, you know, Crawford's excellent. He just ain't fought nobody on his level yet. Like
that's what I just said.
And I don't get like why that's such a bad thing to say. Like, I don't get why you got to get blocked. Why you got to get blacklisted? Why you can't get an interview just because you think that Crawford is good, but he ain't fighting nobody on his level yet?
All he's saying is, hey, bro, just keep that same energy you had when you see me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but that's nah.
Can I finish up, though?
Not professional.
That ain't professional.
I'm not a professional.
Oh,
right? So I'm a boxer.
You was just
you know what I'm saying? I'm a boxer, homie. Like, I don't wear a suit to
you a professional athlete, bro. You can't use that as an excuse. You're not an amateur.
Boxing, man, look here, boxing athletes and a football and basketball and everything else, they're totally different, man. Boxing has nobody to tell them what to do.
Man, when
they can say what they want to say.
Shit. Now
that's fine.
Boxer.
I'm just saying, look here, bro.
Do you want to go through the tweet timeline?
Energy.
You want to educate
our see me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be on my nuts. Don't.
So who gonna report about him when they don't have that same energy?
So wait a minute. Let me get this straight, Mike.
Ask the tough questions when you see me too.
Michael, what energy should Michael Coppinger keep the next time he sees Terrance? Because I'm not understanding how it is that you and Crawford are translating what Coppinger said. I don't think he said anything wrong. Mind you, I'll remind everyone, Coppinger's a friend of the show. He said
he ain't anything wrong. I'm going off with Terrance.
Go through the timeline because people in the chat asking what happened.
We'll get to that. Mike, you're the one saying keep that same energy. What energy?
I'm going off the post that Terrance Crawford posted when he first responded to Michael Coppinger.
Which is, can you read it?
Yes, sir.
That's the one you're going off of. Let us know, because we're just trying to understand what it is that Michael is interpreting.
At Michael Coppinger, you fight me then. Instead of hanging on my nuts when you see me, you can't beat nobody I fought, but you always try to talk slick.
All right. So now why don't you read what Coppinger wrote that triggered, should I say, Terrance to come out of his busy life and respond to a reporter on Twitter?
I think Terrance Crawford is an excellent fighter, but yes, he has yet to face an elite opponent. Hopefully that changes soon. Now he's at 147. That's like a backhanded compliment.
How is that a backhand? So you're saying
hopefully that changes soon. Now that he's at 147.
You know why he's saying hopefully. You see, this is the problem with you and Terrance. You're both interpreting this wrong. He's saying hopefully because he understands that all the elite welterweights are on the other side of the street. So hopefully he gets one. You don't interpret it that way? How is it that you're interpreting it?
I'm interpreting it saying like hopefully meaning he doesn't want to fight any elite fighter.
But
that's
I know he sent offers. So again, you're being negative.
But no. Okay. You're telling me how I'm being.
I mean,
I'm going off the energy that is on the tweet that he put out.
I'm using that same energy. I'm intelligent. I remember Crawford sent 2 offers to 2 elite welterweights, right? Right?
There we go.
So why would I allow negativity to slip into my mind and change that? I know the facts of the situation. I know Crawford and his promoter are actively in the media saying they want elite welterweights. So how the hell?
But Mike also knows. Hold on. But Mike also knows that Coppinger's with PBC. He could be using that to interpret the way he said it. But I agree with you 100%. I don't see any disrespect in there. Hopefully, it could be from both sides of the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully, Errol steps up and Crawford steps up. Hopefully, Thurman steps up and Crawford steps up. Like, it's the same kind of thing. But, he could have used that wording with anyone. He happened to be talking about Terrance Crawford.
I mean, look, and you also got to look.
Head, man. Heavy.
Look, you also have to look into this, all right? And
head, man, get out of here, bro. You guys just interpreting shit.
People, man, look here, bro. Look here.
Mike, listen.
Go ahead.
So pretty much just, I think Crawford is an excellent fighter, but yes, he's yet to face an elite opponent. Hopefully that changes soon now that he's at 47. That's what Mike Coppinger said. Terrance responded, "You fight me then. Instead of hanging on my nuts, when you see me, you can't beat nobody I fought, but you always try to talk slick." His response, no, I know.
But we gotta stop because as a journalist, podcaster, whatever the fuck you are, but in Coppinger's
defense,
he's a fucking reporter. He's a writer. Not only did he work for the Daily News, he worked for Ring TV, and now he's also with Fox, all at the same time. So if he's on the quote-unquote, and I'm using air quotes, if he's on the quote-unquote pound-for-pound fighters nuts, rightfully so. You're an excellent fighter. So when I see you, I want to talk to the excellent fighter. But you interpret it as
bring up that same shit you bring. Why tweet it? Why not bring it up when you see me?
But Mike,
that's what he's getting to.
Okay,
why tweet it? Bring it up when you see me.
Mike, hold on, guys. Hold on, because Mike takes this shit so personally. So Mike,
taking it personally, bro. You're giving out your narrative. I'm trying. Whoa. Can I rebuttal something real quick before you ask me something else?
No, because I was in the middle.
No, because you're gonna leave something on people's mind that got
triggered off of what I opened my question.
There you go again, saying I'm triggered. No, I'm not triggered, bro. I'm giving people another side of the argument. Only thing they're hearing is your point of view. There's a whole nother point of view too, bro.
That's not true. Everybody just gave their thoughts. I thought we were all rotating opinions.
No, man. The way you propose, like the way you state your argument, saying, "Hey, I'm triggered," then you go into your argument. That's not accurate.
Look, Mike, so how would you feel?
Allow me to forget what I needed to ask you. That's what you love to do. This is why you cut people off.
Mike, if somebody was like, "Yo, I like Mike TBV,"
I'm not inside your brain, bro. I can't tell you what to remember and what not to remember.
He gonna cut Enrique off. I'm telling you, this dude is
Look. So if somebody's like, "Yo, Mike is a great podcaster," but in real life, he don't be really approaching the real fighters with good questions. How you gonna take that?
I wouldn't take it no kind of way because
you're gonna be like, "Yo, bring that same energy when you see me," or you gonna say, "Okay, let me prove it to you." You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you. Like I'm just trying.
Look. Here's the thing. Mike has his opinion, but I think that we can. I think what Mike is missing is that there's a full. Everybody believes that Crawford was out of line right here. Like he got out of pocket, or he believes Coppinger got out of pocket when that's not what happened. Like he took it way too far to say that he was going to fight somebody. A writer.
I totally agree with that.
Cut off Mike.
No, go ahead, Mike. You can finish.
No. He was saying that I'm missing something that I was missing. I was agreeing with him that he's totally out of pocket, saying that he want to fight a reporter. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to tweet it, Just bring it up when you see me. That's all.
Bring what up though? That you're an excellent fighter, and that when are you gonna fight another?
No. It's not even that. Hey, Terrance Crawford, why is it so hard for you to get the elite 147 fighters in the ring with you? Hey, Terrance Crawford, why don't you
Crawford?
I'm saying, why don't you go over to Fox or PBC and try to get a fight done there?
Hey, champ.
Hey, Terrance Crawford, what? Like, don't tweet it out.
Yo, to me, the source of all of this comes from, because I didn't hear no one say anything bad about Crawford, about elite and facing anybody, to Keith Thurman's return rant when he said Crawford don't get my credentials as an elite fighter at 147.
Well, hold on. Let me finish the tweets the case is sold. Mike Coppinger responded.
I was just saying that's where it stems from to me.
So, that's fair. But let me just finish the timeline.
Wait till motherfucking let that motherfucker go out.
The timeline finished as in after Terrance Crawford said that Mike Coppinger responded, I'm not a fighter, bud. Obviously, I can't beat them. Crying emoji. Just said you're an excellent fighter, but what you read, what you want to read. He also responded to two people in between saying, I've already said Bud is the goods. He's never ducked or dodged anyone. He also responds to another person saying, that's Bud's best win. For sure, Postal's good, not great. And those were the timelines.
Now, it's funny. It's funny that he wants to fight Coppinger and he no longer speaks to me because we have the same opinion. I wonder how many more people can't get interviews or time with Bud. You know, how many more people need to be afraid that Bud wants to throw hands at him?
Hold on. Breaking news. WBO surprises addition to their welterweight rankings, and Mike Coppinger is now ranked a WBO
mandatory.
He's at number 13. He can fight right now.
What's funnier is they got Ness at 15.
Aaron got that shit done. Yo, B. All I'm saying is this shit is weird, man. Like, yo, think about it. Imagine if Deontay Wilder was running around trying to fight every reporter that didn't agree with him. I mean, come on, bro.
Why are you saying trying to fight it, bro?
Hold on, Mike. I got an excellent.
Y'all take the internet. Y'all take the internet to a whole nother level, bro.
Some people argue that Radio Raheem he tried to fight.
Did your man or did your man not say you fight me? So when I say try to fight, why you acting like
you fight me? You fight me then. Come on, bro. It's fucking sarcasm, man. It's like tongue in cheek, homie. Like, really,
nah. But look,
really.
I saw an interview. I saw an interview with AJ right yesterday, and he with Akin Barak. It was a DAZN one. It was a good one actually. They brought out some shit, some real information.
It was all right.
Nah, it was some real information, and I'm gonna hit you with the information that I got from it. And AJ was like, yo, you know, I'm a professional. I could be the rowdy guy and all boisterous and pushing and ready to smack somebody like Chisora. And he didn't use that name. I just bring it up. And, you know, I'm going to get the 19-year-old to maybe like the 30-year-old. But if I'm the gentleman professional who beats ass in the ring, I'm going to get the 19-year-old to like the grandmas. You know what I'm saying? So Terrance Crawford is probably just getting you in that little window of demographic.
Nah, I don't even agree with that lame ass and that.
Nah, that was a strong analogy because people
at the end of the day,
outside of boxing, they're gonna turn around and look at that. That shit makes sense.
At the end of the day,
fuck that.
Look, text or text.
You fall under.
Text or text, man. Don't read into the tweets, man. Your perception is just words. It could be laughed at. It could be, I'm serious, I want to fight you. Words are words, man. And at the end of the day, the tweets are there, regardless if you feel like he's trying to come at him or not.
Let's get to why it started, because first of all, you know, this is what I'm saying. This like that bully mentality, bro. And it's got to be spoken, especially when so many boxers is taking up a stance against bullying, because Crawford and Gervonta are having a back and forth on Twitter, which is a social media platform open to the world. Other people join in on the conversation, and Michael Coppinger is the one that got singled out. Now, Gervonta Davis is the one
getting violent,
antagonizing Crawford. Why he ain't trying to set up a fight with Gervonta? Why he ain't got his peoples calling Gervonta? You know what I'm saying? He calling out Michael Coppinger. I'm just not getting it. But Ron, bring us up to speed on the timeline, and you know you got to read these shits quick because Mike about to cut you off.
Don't worry. Well, real quick, there is audio if you want to play. Pretty much the story seems like during the what fight, the Charlo fight, Gervonta Tank Davis and Errol Spence was out. You know, in the back, Meany was asking them questions in regards of who they would beat. Errol said that, hey, I think Tank stops Lomachenko, and then there was a response to Tank going, yeah, I think Errol Spence would stop Crawford. If you want to play that,
I got the audio for you.
Errol, after Lomachenko's last performance, how do you see him versus Tank?
He been saying I could punish.
Yeah, I've been saying that. I've been saying he'll stop Loma.
And I've been saying he'll stop Terrance. And Errol, when you put Mikey Garcia's resume.
So that was him in between chicken saying, I've been saying he'll stop Terrance. So
from that point, I'll read the tweets and I'll just read them timeline. You make your own discretion. But he adds Gervonta Tank Davis and goes, Gervonta, get off the drugs and nothing getting stopped over here unless it's me stopping your ass. So this is all an assumption.
So now, hold on. Just again, let's point out it is Terrance watching interviews, being triggered, seeking out Gervonta and telling him, finishing the sentence for Gervonta. Basically, Gervonta's like, you know, he said, and I think he'll stop Crawford. So now he's like, oh,
make y'all goddamn mind up.
He just watched the interview and he runs out there like, there ain't nothing getting stopped. Yeah, Mike, you're right. Make the mind up, what we want. I want this Crawford.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying, goddamn.
I do.
My nigga.
But but the problem is you taking a different stance. You know
what you mean? I'm taking a different stance
because
if you hold on, whoa. If you was a motherfucking a boxer and nigga, I came out, man, my nigga right here, he'll stop that weak ass nigga nest easy. Would you at me?
Nah, bro, you ain't nobody but a fucking podcaster.
Nah,
that's what I'm saying. I got all respect for what he doing with Gervonta and any other fighter, but Coppinger doing his job.
Nah, we ain't talking about Coppinger. We off him.
Talking about him. I'm saying, like, yes, I like this Crawford. Yeah, because you trying to make it seem like, yo, damn if you do, damn if you don't. And I'm saying, no, you ain't damn. In my eyes, he doing all the right things except coming at the writer, the dude that ain't the fighter. That's all. That's all. End the story. We can end it, move on from there. But I know you don't want to because you can't help him being wrong. You want him to be right on all situations where he's not.
I just said that
he has every right to critique your ass. That's his fucking job. Cisco and Lieber made a living off of critiquing movies and directors and actors and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Larry Merchant with fighters critique Floyd Mayweather.
Just because you got a opinion and you're a writer, don't mean you're right.
Hey, just because I got an opinion don't mean you got to motherfucking take a response to it. He ain't had a press on that fucking interview, but he wanted to hear what Gervonta said.
Yeah. I'm tired of probably.
Yeah.
And then he had to address it.
All right, then. So don't be mad at anybody else for having the same opinion Gervonta had. Yo, I ain't see him tell Charlemagne, you got to fight me when Charlemagne said, I think Earl will stop you.
Man, you see how he looked at him?
Oh, no, that's your other.
See how he looked at him?
You don't want to take no
stance.
You
see how he looked at him?
Take a stance, though.
What you mean take a stance?
He ain't trying to fight him. Why you trying to fight one?
Trying to fight the nigga. And, bruh, it's tongue in fucking cheek.
Tongue in cheek.
He's serious about Gervonta.
He
ain't serious about goddamn me.
I read it like he meant it.
I read it like he meant it too. I read it like I read it like he know and Coppinger know he better not be alone with Crawford.
Man, get out of here.
Listen, I didn't read it like nothing. He said it. The dude said that he wants to fight him.
Don't put that to the atmosphere.
He better ask all his questions
in front of everybody. Man. It's tongue in cheek.
Hey, Mike, I got to jump on Mike's side to help him out, man.
Stay over there. Stay over there. Look here. He don't need
to anywhere.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is, bro, it's tongue in cheek with the writer. All right, he just like, all right, man, you fight me. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat nobody. I beat whatever. Blah 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 blah. But with the motherfucking with the fighter, Gervonta is a little bit more serious in my opinion. He's with Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Like, only thing getting stopped, bro, is me stopping you. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? That's as a fan, that's kind of shit like I want to see, but. I know, and y'all know that fight would never ever happen.
I don't think Tank respect Bud because they started similar divisions. So Bud looking at him like, I mean, Tank looking at him like, yo, I probably could take this dude. He's
listen. I'm gonna tell you why Crawford is mad. This is why Crawford's mad. This is why he's lashing out against writers and fighters, because it's the truth. He's mad because he feels that. What's the word when you feel like? Oh man, I was thinking about it earlier too. There's like a word when you feel like people are right about you. You know what I'm saying? Like people talking shit about you, and he's quick to defend himself. So he just got out of control. That's what happened. It was a bad night on Twitter. Or bad afternoon, whatever. It was a bad night on Twitter. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's like, oh man, they don't respect my top rank diet. That's what it is. You know, he fought Postal. He fought Postal, and that was the last time he ever fought anybody that deserved to be in the ring with this man. This man is pound for pound. And all I'm saying is they want him to fight the top guys. And now he's going after guys 2 divisions lower than him. Come on, dog. This is crazy. Terrance is crazy.
To about Jeff Horn.
Not even
Jeff Horn was in a fight. He was in a fight with Manny Pacquiao. If y'all disagree with me on that, then y'all should fucking quit watching boxing. Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao were in a fight, right or wrong. Right or wrong.
Leave it to Mike.
It was a fight. Sure, you're right. It was definitely a fight.
It wasn't at all competitive. That fight was not at all competitive.
It was slightly more competitive than I thought it would be.
I don't know what you're smoking, but quit smoking. Anyway,
let's just clear that up.
Crawford got in the ring with Jeff Horn and made it look 10 times easier than a Hall of Famer, Manny fucking Pacquiao.
No. I'm gonna kill you now. No, let me get that. You cannot spin that narrative. Do not spin that bullshit narrative.
So he didn't make it look easier?
I'm after you, Ron. Go ahead, Ron.
He didn't make it look easier.
First and foremost, regardless of the fact is, many people argue. Listen, many people have
Mike, stop.
Mike, no.
You guys are asking my question, but you want me to answer y'all fucking question.
That was your. I didn't even say a question. What was my question that you're gonna answer? What was my question that you were gonna answer? I didn't have a question to give you. I was talking.
Go ahead, Ron.
Look. I'm not going to let you spin this bullshit narrative about Jeff Horn and being this all-time amazing competitive individual, because the fact is, many people argue that Manny Pacquiao won. From that point on, what did Jeff Horn do after that? Look, I'm going to answer my own question. Rhetorical. Don't talk. Look, he fought this tune-up kind of individual in between to be fed to Terrance Crawford, okay? He got fed to Terrance Crawford because Terrance Crawford was elevated to the mandatory position for the WBO, didn't have to work anywhere beyond the fact that he got undisputed. Congratulations in that weight class. But to go to 147, he was mandated an opportunity for a title shot against what many people thought. They had to get like 20 different fucking judges to review the Manny Pacquiao and Jeff Horn fight. From that point, Jeff Horn is not a credible almighty person that you can compare.
The judges reviewed it and came back with what?
Listen,
they reviewed it and came back with don't lie to the people. They reviewed that fight and they came back with what?
Mike, listen. The Manny Pacquiao fought Antonio Margarito.
The Manny Pacquiao. Listen, about. You guys leave out good facts.
No.
You guys leave out good facts though, bro.
What are the facts? The fact is
the people went back and reviewed the fight and they came back with the same decision.
Mike, tell me enough.
Yo, Mike, why you so rude? All jokes aside, you got Enrique saying he got next. You ain't letting Ron finish his point so Enrique could get a chance. And then you want to say you not triggered, but you can't relax. You can't let your own co-host talk.
You just wait. You should just wait for your final thought, man.
I'm not even complete. The whole fact is you can't tell me another fight right now off the top of your head that had to do an over review with multiple judges outside of that fight. If it's so common that happens, it would happen multiple times. This was a rare, unique, strange conclusion to a fight that still leaves bitterness in many people's mouths, which led to Jeff Horn, you're good, fight Terrance Crawford. That's what was alluded, and he didn't look the superior individual at that point. Even then, Jeff Horn, Jeff Horn was used as a tune-up. Sure, he's underestimated these situations of all this point, but we're not saying Jeff Horn did all these amazing things to get Terrance Crawford.
Come on, give Mike, go ahead, rebuttal. This guy's long-winded. Let's go.
Enrique, go ahead.
Oh, he's passing the ball.
Yo, all I was gonna say, just coming off of Mario saying, yo, he's mad because it's the truth. I never looked at Terrance Crawford as bad. I'm starting to question it now since Keith Thurman mentioned, yo, he ain't fighting no elite fighters, and now Mike Coppinger following up with that. But I always thought all his victories were dominant, you know, from the Victor Postal all the way to
who? No, you a casual. Tell me.
Jose Benitez or whatever.
Nah. Give me some names you remember he fought.
I mean, I started with Terrance Crawford when he beat one of my favorite Cuban fighters, Yuriorkis Gamboa. So and then he went on to fight Thomas DeLorme. I'm like, oh shit. Then Hank Lundy, and then it just kept going and going. I was like, yo, he is, you know, a freaking great ass fighter. He's picture perfect. He just hasn't, like Ryan Garcia, who needs more time.
Oh shit!
But no, stop. Like Ryan Garcia, the attraction that, you know, like somebody like me is like, oh shit, he look real slick. He's dope. But no, he hasn't fought anyone. Terrance Crawford to me fought people, but maybe not the elite that the Mike Coppinger knows and the Keith Thurman knows. No, he hasn't fought a Keith Thurman, a Danny Garcia.
What about the elite that you know? What about the elite that you know? Forget Coppinger, forget Thurman. Did he fight the elites that Enrique like him to fight?
No, but I said I think he could take them because he just hasn't fought them. They was not matched up.
Who's the elites that
you know? Look, all right, so here goes one name I'm gonna drop: the Victor Postal fight. Oh, he took step aside money to not fight Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia got a winning streak by knockouts and by looking great. Here comes Terrance Crawford. He fights Victor Postal. He beats him. You know what I'm saying? And like, damn, he's a good fighter. You know, I always think that Terrance Crawford can take on anyone, like Mikey Garcia at 147, any fighter. I always thought, but you know, I even think he could beat Gervonta. But now that the Keith Thurman and Mike Coppinger are questioning him, I'm like, damn, am I overthinking and giving him too much credit? So that's where Terrance Crawford could be upset. Like, yo, why are you telling all these people that praise me that I ain't shit? You know, people that rave about me and fantasy matchup me that I ain't shit. You know, I'm good, but I ain't great. I'm great. And that's where the anger comes from. So, you know, it's what I thought. And I still believe Terrance Crawford now needs a big name.
A defining win.
A defining signature win.
Exactly, because he hasn't had that in your eyes since what, Gamboa?
Gamboa.
How many years ago was that, 10?
14, 4 years.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Nah, so just to bring all clarity, I think that's what he's upset at. That, you know, it is now exposed to the fans who, like myself, who really like, yo, rave about him. If they say, yo, match up Crawford with somebody, you would be like, yo, Crawford probably win, or Crawford would give him a fight. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, damn, does Gervonta knock out Crawford? Does he give him a hell of a fight? You know, that kind of information is just spewing through my thoughts.
Word. Does Gervonta give Crawford a fight? Hey, Mike, man, step up to the plate.
I'm just curious now. You
Mike's being polite. Now he wants to be polite.
Look, this version of Mike.
Oh, now he's silent, Mike. Look,
Silent Mike. That's a good name.
140. Look, 140. He was undisputed. You can't argue that he did that. 147. We just got questions because he's new. It's anytime a fighter goes in division, you get questions, and that's pretty much what it is. Look, the competition at the 140 didn't seem to build off the legacy that they wanted to do before or after Terrance Crawford, and that's pretty much what happens. You're only like, think of Canelo and Mayweather. When he beat Canelo was only as good as depending on what Canelo did after the Mayweather fight. And the barometer happens is the people he's fought, like Felix Diaz, he was a favorite in a tournament and lost to the 8th seed. And the public perception is maybe Felix Diaz isn't as great as he was. Or you get this idea, maybe Crawford beat him so down to the point where he couldn't get to
the resume.
Cut off Mike. He couldn't take it.
Yeah, I can't. Y'all over here, man, talking all this goddamn
I'm helping you out, Mike. Mike, you know I'm helping you out, right? You know I just
shut that soft ass shit up, man.
Mike don't even know where I'm throwing him.
Check this out.
Mike, what I say at the end?
It don't even,
exactly. I say he could have beat them to the point where they couldn't have occur after because so here's my oop. Listen, I'm trying to help you, brother. I'm trying to help you, man.
Bro, I'm like Kobe, you know what I'm saying? 1-on-1, baby.
Hold on. Here's an easy way for Mike, right? Ron G.
I'm trying to help you, Mike.
Ron G, just match make real quick.
Okay.
Fantasy 147 pound and just like a premature fantasy prediction from Mike.
Can I say something real quick? Where I'm from,
Hey,
man.
yo.
Look here.
Hey, yo, you seen what Gervonta said when they asked him, like, yo, why he ducked Luis Kalazi? He said, because he a hoe.
That's cool, too. That's cool, too. But check this out.
All right, now that's hating
When
there.
you out here, you know what I'm saying, and you got things going, you got things popping, you got things moving and shit, you get a lot of haters, you know what I'm saying, from reporters, from podcast hosts, from other boxers, you know what I'm saying. And when you're doing something right, people gonna hate on you. People always got they name in your mouth. And what I'm getting to is whatever Terrance Crawford doing, homie, keep doing it because you probably the most relevant boxer around. Keith Thurman came back and started talking about you. He ain't started talking about nobody on his motherfucking roster at all. He brought up your name.
Nah,
you know
but
why?
it was presented to him.
No, man. Do you know why it was presented? Because he's the baddest man at 147 right now. Terrance Bud Crawford. You heard it here first.
But Mike Coppinger don't think that though.
Who is Mike Coppinger? Shout out to him though. Who is he?
Yeah,
he got in the ring. He got as much as experience as I got in the motherfucking ring. And
He's an elite. He's an elite.
I'm in a wheelchair. And I'm in a wheelchair.
He has the eyes. He has the eyes, the opinion.
And you got eyes too. We all got eyes.
I just said that.
Yo, hold on. I got a quick message here. I think my man.
Terrance again?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand how much I'm ready for war. When you're ready for war, you're ready to die. Okay? You're ready to die. So, you know what I'm saying? Kill me if you can kill me. Get me if you can get me. I ain't worried about that. I'm ready for that. I meditate on that. I'm ready to get knocked down. I'm ready to stand back up. I'm ready to keep on fighting. Because a real champion is not about never getting put down, but about what you do when you stand up. When you stand up, do you curl up? When you stand up, do you curl up? I don't curl up. I show up.
Does not get any better than this. No pay-per-view. I don't need your.
Do you curl up?
Has he ever curled up? Ran down on Errol Spence. Nigga, what's up, homie? How you doing? When he see Keith Thurman, best believe he gonna check all that shit. Y'all think Sean Porter ran up on Keith Thurman? Whatever Terrance Crawford see Keith Thurman. It's gonna be get the damn cameras ready. Ness, I hope you there, Ness. I really hope you there.
Let me tell you something, bro. As a man that has children and an 18-year-old son, you know, I thank God that my son is in college. Stop promoting that street shit.
What you mean?
Tell him run up on Keith Thurman in the ring.
Whoa.
Run up on him in the ring.
Street shit.
That's
him
that
and
shit.
Him and Earl had a civil discussion.
Bruh.
A civil discussion.
Bruh.
Mike,
him and Benavidez had a civil argument.
Hold up,
and nobody trade no blows, none of that shit. So what are you saying? I'm not saying run up with violence.
We ain't finished the tweets. I mean, if he see Gervonta, they gonna hit each other.
Bro, come on, man.
And he ain't never gonna fight again.
Jamel said the exact same thing about Gervonta, and Gervonta said the exact same thing. He bet money, bet some money, nigga. Gervonta said, if you put your hands on me, you want to put your hands on anybody else to Jamel Charlo.
I remember that.
Exact same thing.
I remember.
Bet 100. Bet 100.
And what did Charlo?
100.
That's his line. You right. That's his line, though.
That's his line, homie.
Enrique, hold on. And what did Charlo do?
I don't know what then shit happened.
No shit. You seen what happened. They became friends. You better tell Crawford bring the liquor.
Nigga, we don't drink.
Yo, real quick though, hold on. I want to make something very clear here. I'm not picking Crawford against nobody. Mike, hold on, Mike, hold up. Listen, you're trying to put something and spin something. I'm not saying that I would even pick Thurman against Crawford. I'm not even saying I would pick Spence against Crawford. I'm saying that Crawford is sitting idle. I'm saying that Crawford is stalling his own career. He wants to be a superstar. He wants to be a crossover superstar like Floyd or like Pacquiao or Canelo. He needs to start fighting dudes that matter. That matter.
We gotta fight, but
not on ESPN Plus, homie. Not on ESPN Plus.
That offer the middle of next year. Those were I think the words that came out of Danny Count. We got the offer, but we got to fight right now. So maybe we'll get back to it the middle of the year and we'll pick up discussions if that fight happens. So he's out here trying. They're out here trying.
Mike,
Mike worked for Crawford's publicity team.
No, he don't. No, he don't. Because Mike worked for TBV and he was in the car with Nesta in September driving to Alabama.
October, baby.
October. Then. So you knew since October that Danny had this fight. So what do you mean he's trying? Like, what is he really trying?
He didn't know Danny had to fight though.
If you want,
I know, but he didn't.
If you want Danny to break contracts, send a contract that's worth breaking. That's all I'm saying.
Didn't they say they'll revisit the offer in the middle of the year? They'll like start negotiations.
Isn't that logical to say if I don't fight till March and I got to get a training camp to have a fight in March, then after March I'm gonna obviously take a vacation like every other fighter. Then we'll talk.
Yeah.
All right. What's wrong with what he said? Sounds like logic.
I'm not saying anything wrong with it. So the top welterweights will be getting in the ring with Terrance Crawford if they negotiate the right deal out. That's all I'm saying, man.
What fans need to understand is that Crawford did this to himself. No matter how much we love him, he signed to Top Rank. He believes Top Rank is going to get him these fights with these other guys. They have to prove that to him. He believed them. We wanted him to cross over the other side of the street because that's where the Saul's at. But he's this generation's Tim Bradley, man.
I mean, he's pretty much doing the same thing Errol Spence doing.
No, he's doing Tim Bradley.
Errol Spence has not, besides Kell Brook for his title shot, which he was a mandate for, he has not fought any top welterweight on the PBC side.
Oh no, Lamont Peterson's not a top welterweight?
I'm talking about the Keith Thurmans, the fucking Sean Porter.
Last time I checked is more accomplished than Jose. Who the fuck is that? Benavidez.
And Crawford been in the picture for a lot longer than Spence too.
You thought Lamont Peterson really was going to put a challenge towards Spence?
And Crawford, wasn't he 20?
Change the goalpost.
You're not changing the goalpost, bro. But you saying top welterweight? Like let's be real. There's an A level. Then Lamont is right under that A level, probably B level at 147.
Benavidez at
probably the same level as Lamont Peterson. Maybe it's like a notch below. Who knows?
Oh
Who
shit!
knows? Let's see him in the ring.
Yo, I think Gervonta got a message for Crawford.
Oh, it's like this, man. You're taking those pills, the laxative pills. You know, the ones you take, you pop, and you wait for 20 minutes, you go to the toilet, and they go through you. I'm going to go through this man.
Gervonta's going to go through him.
Yo, but Terrance Crawford was 2017's Fighter of the Year, right?
Bro, he get that all the time. It's no big deal.
Oh, okay. But he don't get the fights all the time.
Hey, Enrique.
You gotta accept the offer, Enrique.
Enrique, what Mike 2.0 won't tell you is that, yeah, he going to get it all the time. He signed a Top Rank who works on ESPN, and the awards come from ESPN.
Damn.
You're like, they've been on fucking ESPN the whole time Crawford been receiving these awards. His first one was in 2013 or 2014, I believe, and they were on HBO.
The saddest part is that Mike believes all the shit he says. He really thinks Crawford's had like a Keith Thurman way up.
Keith Thurman way up, man. Everybody got their own fucking road to travel, homie. It is what it is, man. Like you over here laughing and shit, but tell your boy, if you think I'm a big cherry, come pick me then, man. You said I ain't done shit in the division. Come get this easy ass belt then, and see do he really want it.
All right, that was his final thoughts.
Yeah, I know, because PBC got work to, they got work to do. There's
exactly. They don't want to come out of play. They don't want to come out of play. Yo, you're right.
Top welterweight.
You don't want to lose that belt, right? You right. You right. Al smart. Smart.
Hey, Mike, you so smart, and you love two different fighters with the same career paths. But why isn't it good for Crawford the same thing that's good for Deontay? They are similar situations.
What you mean?
Two champions on the outside looking in, right? Deontay had to create his own lane. Crawford's on the outside looking in.
He tried to, bro. He sent over the offers, bro. What you mean?
All right.
He's doing the exact same thing Deontay is doing. He's out there trying to fight the fucking top.
No, okay. Listen, Tyson Fury told you, and Frank Warren told you, and everyone else on Fury's team told you that dealing with Shelly Finkel and Deontay Wilder was the easiest thing they've ever done. They hammered that deal in 2 days and had everything out in 7. Okay?
Hey.
So your man ain't doing what Wilder doing.
My man came face to face with Errol Spence.
Yeah, but you gotta hold on.
Came face to face with Errol Spence.
That don't matter.
Told him to his face, I'd rather fight Sean Porter, Danny Garcia first, than fight you.
None of that matters. What matters is that Wilder sent the contract to Fury that he accepted. It didn't have to go back and forth. It didn't have to go into the media. No one had to know it was $3 million. You know what I'm saying?
And by the way, it don't matter because Crawford ain't in charge of his own career. He doesn't have the keys to the car. He can't make those decisions for himself. That's why Pacquiao left. That's why Mayweather left. That's why Cotto left. He don't have those keys. Like it's as simple as that. Like that's why we're so disappointed, because we know he's with the camp that has done this for years, that doesn't play ball well with others.
Too bad you said that when Mike left. He did that on purpose. I think he got mad. All right, Pacquiao-Broner, All Access.
Mike don't joke about it. I heard everything he said. How the fuck Top Rank don't work well with others, but they put the fucking biggest fight on in boxing ever with fucking Floyd Mayweather. And they're steady having PBC fighters fight over there.
That took like 100 years, homie. I bet you started watching boxing right when it happened.
It was the biggest thing that to ever happen. Dud or not, it happened. The biggest fight ever happened.
So we got to wait for Crawford and Spence to get to Mayweather Pacquiao level?
That's what Spence said, homie.
Is that what we got to do? Yeah, I guess that's what we got to do.
That's what
I'd rather fight Danny Garcia and Sean Porter first than fight you. Let me take care of my side of the street.
He don't even make his own decisions. He don't even make his own decisions.
But Spence said that, not Crawford. Spence said that.
I'm saying though, but
about Bob saying,
I'm saying though, what? What are you saying?
Why y'all going in on White?
Who, bro?
He's newer to sport.
Like, homie, what you mean?
You don't know the full on negotiations.
Right, we're talking about right now, man. People change. Business people change. the influx of social
change.
Promoters has changed the landscape of boxing. We're getting better fights and better fights and better fights. Not
we said that so many years in a row, and then the next year sucks. Like it. Trust me, it changes. It changes all the time.
No, listen. We on Pacquiao-Broner All Access. Your boy Crawford. We done with that.
See, obviously, look at him.
What? We can't be done with it, Mike? You got more?
No, I ain't got nothing more, man. Pacquiao-Broner, let's go.
Oh, shit. He wasn't done? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Pacquiao and Broner, man. Look here. The All Access, I'm excited for it. Hopefully, they do a great job like they done with the Wilder Fury. I want to know if they covered the Broner arrest on the All Access. Do they even bring it up? You know what I'm saying, I'll be excited to see his reaction the morning after and see what it was really all about. Maybe it's like a old warrant, and trust me, that shit that happened to me before. Old warrant like you forget about and you get pulled over and they take you to jail and then you get out the fucking next morning. No big deal. Glad everything's done, but excited to see the Pacquiao and Broner All Access.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I don't know what other story is to be told with Pacquiao at this point. I don't know what other narratives are out there. I'm excited for the fight. I know a lot of people are indifferent about it, but we'll see if the buildup can hopefully intensify hardcore boxing fans' expectations for this fight, because I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good matchup. I think at this point, both their careers, it could be good. But as far as the arrest, yeah, it would be interesting to see that aspect of it play out. I don't know if it helps the promotion any. I doubt it. But I just hope Broner took it serious. And that's what I'll be looking for with the All Access, to see how serious Broner's taking it.
I just want to point out, Tank only has 20 fights, 19 KOs, and he's a multiple division world champion.
Are they covering that on All Access?
Oh, no.
Oh, my bad.
Is he a multiple division world champion? He got a belt at 126 too?
I'm pretty sure that's where he had his IBF, right?
No, 130, homie.
Okay.
Step the game up, homie.
So he's a two-time champion.
No. Yeah. Okay, yeah, two-time champion. One division champion. One division champion, two-time. Crawford, 3-division champion, unified the motherfucking 140 division, got a belt. First fight at 147, got a motherfucking belt. Easy work. Got him out there quick.
He's 31 years old.
Yeah, he my age.
I know. So what I'm saying is Gervonta's 20-0, 19 KOs, two-time world champion.
Okay, what that mean?
I don't know. I mean, we could play the AJ Wilder game and do.
He got a ceiling. He got a ceiling.
Can I talk? Can I finish? Man, we can play the AJ Wilder game and do this shit. Oh my God! You know what? Go ahead, Mike. I'm done. Terrible cutoff, man. This guy's terrible. So where we at? Pacquiao-Broner. You know what? I like Mario. I feel like I hope it excites me. I'm not even like excited for this fight. You know, this is another fighter that doesn't want to know about Ness.
What? Wait. What fight you talking about? Pacquiao-Broner?
Yeah, you excited for this?
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Man, they come for the casuals. They gonna do numbers then. Look at that.
Excited for that fight, man.
He gotta change your wardrobe.
Yeah.
Baby.
Kind of got cold in the house. So yeah, I'm excited for that fight. You know, they got a 24/7. You know, everybody's always doubting Broner. Like, is he focused? Is he focused?
Bruh, so
opportunity's right in front of him. Opportunity.
You not doubting him?
I don't want to doubt him. I want to say that because who he's fighting, he has to be 110 serious.
But he just got arrested in Miami.
Nah, but he didn't get arrested for doing something that moment. He got arrested for something that resurfaced that had to do with traffic.
Let me ask you: you on the East Coast, so you should be pretty, experienced in these situations. We all know a friend that knows a friend.
Right.
He had to be doing something for an officer to ask for his ID, for him to be warranted.
Well, you know him. His lifestyle is rowdy. So, of course, he was probably loud, rowdy. He's in Florida. And they probably, disturbing the peace. He's that personality. You know him. He disturbs peace.
Hold on, bro. I got to defend him. He could have been with an Uber driver who was speeding and a cop put
No.
Uber driver out.
No.
Whoa.
Man, get out of here.
They don't ask.
When you get pulled over down, no. When you get pulled over where I'm from, everybody in the car got to show IDs.
Not if you're in an Uber. Not if you're in an Uber.
Oh, well, okay. I never been put over in an Uber.
You know something else that Mike don't know? Gervonta's 24.
Oh,
okay, what?
It just keeps giving out facts on Gervonta
What are you doing,
Davis.
though? What are you doing?
I'm just trying to say you trying to compare him to Terrance, but you can't because when
I never compared him to Terrance.
When Terrance didn't have a title, Gervonta already had one. He's the youngest to ever title.
So back to Broner Pacquiao, Ness. You're saying that he's not focused. Broner, that is.
You know that Teddy Atlas was saying on ESPN Plus that Gervonta, out of all the 130, has the most power.
They call him Mini Mike Tyson.
I believe that.
Yeah.
So you're saying that Adrian Broner is out of pocket, not focused.
I'm saying all my money's on Pacquiao.
Because
I'm saying Broner don't like me because I told him Mikey would beat him a year before Mikey even was fighting him.
Mikey
Garcia, and I was right. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying Broner ain't been right since Maidana, and he could talk shit, and he could do what Jamal did to T Street. Like, yo, they could do the Terrance Crawford thing and say, but I'll beat you up, and that's all good because you're supposed to beat me up. But the unfortunate thing is you can't beat nobody up in boxing.
Damn, so he might Coppinger you.
I mean, that's what they do when they get mad. They get mad. They mad. You telling the truth.
I didn't know anything happened to
telling the truth. I was telling him the truth. All I said was, you never was pound for pound. Somebody name a fighter he beat to make him pound for pound. So how you pound for pound? You know what I'm saying?
So Javier owe me 50 the day after the fight over with.
So you're thinking that Adrian Broner and Manny Pacquiao is going to be a dominant Manny Pacquiao fight?
I'm saying we're going to do a Friday beating the odds with TBV, and, Pacquiao's like a plus 280 minus 380, some shit like that. I mean, Mario, you be checking it, right? What's FanDuel got the Manny Pac-Man at? I mean, that's your favorite fighter too. Like, does Broner have a shot? No. How does he have a fucking shot? He doesn't let his hands go with people that throw less punches than Pacquiao. All of a sudden, he's gonna beat Pacquiao. I hear him running around in interviews talking about, it ain't about how many punches you throw. You just got to throw the right punch when you fight Pacquiao. He falling asleep thinking he got the power to knock out Pacquiao. That's everybody's problem. They get in there and they like, oh, this dude been knocked out. I can knock him out too. Instead of winning rounds and then they end up losing the fight because they was looking for a knockout all night, and this dude is stupid duper fast, and he's hitting you with 3-4 punch combinations, straight punches at that. He rarely loops. He coming straight down the pipe with 3, and you sitting there blocking, looking like a dummy.
You don't
listen. Listen, real quick. This is where it comes down to. Casual. The only thing interesting about this fight is that Pacquiao's old. You know what I mean? But Pacquiao, at no point, even an old Pacquiao beats Broner. Look, Broner's still dreaming of that one round with Porter.
Let me just.
All right, that's all he's dreaming about. It ain't gonna happen.
Yo, I don't know what the betting odds know, but Pacquiao dropped the whole 160 points. This shit is a plus 182 Broner, minus 220 Pacquiao now.
Damn.
Is either a lot of people putting money on Broner? Is that how it works? How does it work for them?
That's how it works.
That's crazy. Who the fuck?
Broner to win.
Who the fuck would be putting all that money on Broner to win and shift the line so evenly to Pacquiao?
HOOD. The hood, man.
The whole hood. Whole hood betting right now.
Friendly,
listen,
casual friend.
Listen. I started in the hood, and we don't even know where you could bet at. Get out of here with that.
It's different nowadays. It's
you got online nowadays.
Apps,
no gangsters with apps. Get the fuck out of here. This dude is different now.
It's different, bro.
The gangsters got apps.
No, I'm not saying like the gangsters. I'm saying it's different people in the hood that's just not about the gangsters.
It's a lot more accessible.
Yeah,
the Blood's got a YouTube channel. Come on, they know how to bet.
1982, man. You know what I'm saying? This is not motherfucking your father's fucking hood no more, bro. This is fucking shit, technology out here now.
I do think the storyline going off what Mario said is like, look, there's always this mystical thing about fighting. You know, father time always catches up to whatever fighter, regardless of how long you fight. And what keeps them going is obviously the checks, the opportunity to make more money. 1 minute a fighter may not be capable of fighting, but he gets a $20 million offer, and it's so hard for that person. Like, even if I get beat up, like shit, I might take it. So this is obviously either two ways. Like Manny Pacquiao signed 2 fights from PBC. So obviously this is going to be set up as either a big fight, a legacy fight, or a passing of the torch. Pacquiao has a name that can't go to waste in boxing. Look what it did to Jeff Horn. No offense, Mike, but look what it did to Jeff Horn. It created this aura that Terrance Crawford beat Manny Pacquiao without beating Manny Pacquiao. It was as close as they could try to make a Manny Pacquiao fight with Terrance Crawford. So
Ron G, why couldn't that Manny Pacquiao and Terrance Crawford fight ever happen?
You tell me why it could or couldn't happen.
Why? He knows why. Because
why
want to pay him.
Bob didn't want to pay Manny Pacquiao?
Of course.
Mike, at the end of the day, Terrance also publicly said, look, I don't need to define my quote unquote legacy to fight this guy, quote unquote. I don't want to fight this guy. He's already said things, and you know, you can go back and forth. Business is business, but Pacquiao left Top Rank. He's now with PBC, 2-fight deal. What better way to get him to fight a guy who either or, if Adrian Broner beats Pacquiao, do you know what type of his whole platform.
Pacquiao went to PBC and signed proves that he was never afraid of Crawford, and it was all about the money that they didn't want to offer him to fight Crawford.
My thing now, I got 2 parts now. Terrance Crawford
said, I don't want to fight that guy because he's a bigger, faster, stronger.
Oh, the trainer.
I'm just saying the trainer who's been with him his damn whole career.
Trainer, he fired.
Then he
fired,
and then said he's gonna be working with him again now.
But didn't he fire him?
And now he's back.
Didn't he fire?
But is it now he's back now?
I mean, do you make decisions or do you get fired, Mike?
He got fired. So if Terrance would have fought and beat Manny Pacquiao, Mike Coppinger would have never said that tweet.
Yeah, probably.
Right. So now back to Adrian Broner, because
he probably would have though, because you know that version of Manny Pacquiao
is the older one. Yeah, you don't get
it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, you can't. You know? Yeah. All right. So knowing that is a double-headed sword, and this version of Manny Pacquiao, and AB seeing how Floyd Mayweather defeated him, you don't think there's some strategy like that to avoid getting hit and hit?
What you mean?
For AB? AB, like his confidence can come based off of the Floyd fight.
He don't got those skills, man. He don't got those skills.
His confidence coming off the Floyd fight.
No, the blueprint that Floyd put out there.
He ain't Floyd.
There's no blueprint.
He was compared to Floyd once.
Yeah, talking fans. He was compared. He ain't Floyd.
outside of Mayweather, his other loss was against a guy he fought 4 times competitively, one of the best counter punchers in my time.
In a fight that he was winning too until that point. Like, he was doing his best in that fight until that moment. Like, it's crazy there. And even if there is a blueprint, like, look, I couldn't go in there with the blueprint, with a perfect blueprint, and beat Pacquiao, and neither can Broner. I'm not saying we got the same skills. I'm just saying neither of us are Floyd Mayweather.
Well, Jeff Horn went in there with a different style and you know,
Hey,
lost to win.
yo, let's talk about some real fighters, B.
All right, so Mikey Garcia looking like a kangaroo.
All right, let's go down this rabbit hole.
I mean, I don't know what the rabbit hole is, but I like this version of Mikey. In the Lipinets fight, he didn't look this cut up. You know, he still got hella months to go. And he's this cut up. Like, remember, this fight is not till March. So if you haven't done so already, head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice and place the vote. The vote is closing January 1st. We must decide what we're doing for the weekend of the Mikey Garcia Errol Spence fight. We got 3 options. Head on over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Is it going to be TBV Appreciation Night in Texas, a Border Wars in Texas, or a cookout kind of / appreciation? I feel like we could still invite fighters to our cookout if we come to Texas and shut it down. You know what I mean? But, I mean, what do I see? I see a guy taking the fight serious. I see a guy who knows he's in for, you know, the fight of his life, and he is giving it his all. The fact that I see a 3-pack and a half makes me very happy. I love my fighters to look the part. He's never looked the part. He's been very fluffy in the stomach, but he's fluctuated. He's gone up and down. I mean, this is a conservative effort. Early. We're talking, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas. This is discipline. This is discipline right here. So this is making me more excited. And let me tell you, this betting line is also getting closer. You know, people had Errol Spence losing those first couple of rounds versus Kell Brook. So you never know. Mikey's a plus 280.
I want to touch on something like that. Another interview I saw yesterday, I think it was Fight Hype, Errol Spence, just super confident that he used the word destroy Mikey Garcia. Destroy Mikey Garcia.
He got a chip on his shoulder. I mean, he lost, his team lost, and he out there saying how beautifully Harrison boxed. Even though he felt Jamel won, he keep talking about Harrison's jab and how good it was.
Right. I don't know if I could be as confident as you all with Mikey Garcia beating Errol Spence. Like, Errol Spence is.
Say you all. Don't put me over there. That's Mario.
I mean, you kind of like painted that picture for somebody like me. You know, you're Mike Coppinger, and you made me shift my thoughts.
Wow.
On Terrance Crawford being great. Because you said, yo, this is discipline.
Speak your mind. Speak your mind.
I'm here to express myself. He's disciplined, and you know, you like your champs to look the part. Yeah. And then saying Errol Spence has a chip on his shoulder. Yeah. Listen, I believe that Errol Spence is the truth, and Mikey Garcia is the smaller guy, and he's trying to be great. He may be great, and he's still got a career even if he loses. But let's hope that is a safe loss and not, you know, something that he got to go to the ICU. Yo, I believe in Terrance Crawford. I mean, I believe in Errol Spence's power, and the name The Truth carries that power.
Yo, I like what Ness said. I like how he said he's taking it serious. You know, I had thought about the fact that it is Christmas, you know, New Year's, and he's putting in that work, and that's a big Mikey. It is. You know, I seen him fight in person. I always thought that he could put on size. He has a frame, and you know, he's always, I thought he was always going to get bigger. Here's the problem for me though, is that no matter how much muscle you pack on, there is this just genetic difference between people who are naturally bigger. You know, I lift weights all the time, and I can see somebody who can't lift nearly as much but is bigger than me, and they're going to be stronger, just naturally stronger. And boxing is not this athletic competition that involves weights or weightlifting. It's an athletic competition that most of the time involves pure raw strength. When you're bullying guys in the middle, when you're inside roughing it up, you know, when you're trying to push guys into positions, or you're using your elbow to extend to get distance, like all that is just raw brute strength. And so there's definitely things that Mikey can do to get closer and not probably get pushed around as much, but I don't think there's anything that he's going to be able to do to take away that advantage from Errol.
So we could say Mikey taking it serious, but Broner isn't.
We could say that Mikey and Crawford started at the same division, and Mikey's fighting Crawford. Mikey's fighting Errol before Crawford.
Well, that's PBC for you.
We could say that Mikey's all started with a baseline that was a better skill set than Broner.
No, Enrique, it's not PBC. I actually remember Mikey was with Top Rank, and then he was like, yo, I don't want your diet. Like, stop giving me your diet. And he was like, fuck it, then I'm going to just not fight and get out of this contract. And then he got out of the contract. Then he said, listen, Al Heyman, I do want to fight, but I don't want diets. And Al said, well, look, Mikey, you don't even got to sign with me. You want big fights? I'll give you big fights. Here's Elijah Rojas. Just come back, shake the rust off. It's been 2 years. But here you go. Here's your first title shot right there. Boom. Oh, you want another? You want to dare to be great? Take Lipinets. Go ahead. Boom. Oh, you want to dare even more? Fine. Here's Errol Spence. Boom.
Robert Easter.
You know what I mean? Oh, I forgot about that. It's just so many. It's so many. When you want fights, they're there.
All right, so look, I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole. Look, let's not do this Crawford talk. Mike, please hold it in.
Goddamn me, Danny Garcia. Errol won Porter. He ain't got him yet.
Look, I'm gonna go down that.
Last I checked, Errol got better. You don't hear Errol talking about no Porter, Danny, or nobody. Why? Because he on pay-per-view. Daddy, you mad. You mad. Last time your man did pay-per-view, he got 50,000.
We gotta get that laugh right there, y'all. I don't know what time stamp that is, but I need that laugh.
50,000 for my man last time he was on pay-per-view.
Go ahead, Ron.
Look, this is gonna be non-Crawford related, okay? But we got to talk about it, all right? I'm gonna bring up the rabbit hole. We'll discuss it. The pictures of Victor Conti's performance enhancing or not, his facilities used properly or not.
Yo, wait a minute. Why would you even phrase it that way? The pictures of Victor Conti performance, what does that even mean?
No,
the guy got a history.
Y'all know where he's going. Come on, let him go there.
I don't understand.
Okay, let him go there. Then go ahead, Ron.
Yeah,
your public perception of the picture. Look, I got for the many people who first saw it. Okay, and this is not. I'm just saying it could be unbiased, biased, impartial. When you first saw it, your immediate reaction was "Holy shit!" Right? I'm just gonna speak for myself, and maybe the few people who can relate. You're like, "Holy shit!" He's taking this super serious. Or for the doubters, for the people who are skeptical, for the people who are like, "What the fuck?" They feel that hey, something could be going on. Now, I'm not accusing Victor Conti. I'm not accusing Mike. I'm not accusing Robert Garcia. But
insinuating that this picture indicates that somehow there could be some performance.
No, he's saying that the public perception out there
that came with
half and half, bro. Like if you read the Twitter comments or the Instagram comments, you will see comments that say something about performance enhancing shit.
So this could be
he's saying that.
Correct. This could be educational because the many listeners or people who are going to see this are going to immediately take one side or the other and have to have a perspective and understand the history of all this and the relations and why it can and can't be, I mean, the big thing is, look, Snack has this big roster of fighters that include like Devin Haney, Demetrius Andrade, Danny Jacobs, Josecito Lopez is also Robert Garcia, Caleb Plant, Sean Porter, J-Rock, Mario Barrios, So there's at that point, you can see that people can be impartial and choose one way, but then favor all the other fighters. So that's a list of people with Snack. All right. All those people there, you got to have a fair, unbiased opinion if you like any of these fighters in that list. So from that point, we know he had a history. Working with Andre Berto, and Andre Berto had, failed a drug test before. William Monroe Jr., who's recently have, popped for the Charlo, you know, regardless if he did it or not, these are the things that people are going to start looking at. You know, of course, the Shane Mosley $12 million lawsuit with Balco and stuff like that. So the reason why I was thinking about this is, okay, so many people go, well, why go to Victor Conti opposed to other strength and conditioning guys? They've had another guy before. And, you know, many people talk about what Alex Ariza, right? If you don't know who Alex Ariza is, Alex Ariza has been known to do stuff with like Manny Pacquiao's in his best years. Amir Khan, when he kind of seemed like he had a chin, you know, he was able to withstand punching. And also Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., when it seemed like he was extremely motivated and ready to go. But when you look at it, you know, Chavez failed his drug test later multiple times. And, you know, he was later kicked out. Alex Ariza, this is the guy who worked with, you know, Brandon Rios, who also failed a drug test when he was working with it. Bob Arum and them, they blamed the, you know, the failed drug testing and proper, you know, strength conditioning because of Alex Ariza, which also led him there after Freddie Roach himself kicked him out because he was suspecting water bottles with stuff inside and was not disclosing with Freddie Roach about what was in there. So it led to suspicion that he was giving Manny Pacquiao something bad. And he was later moved out of the Robert Garcia's camp itself too. Not saying that he said he left on bad or good terms, but that was a person who had Brandon Rios worked with, failed a drug test, and now he's not there. So it's not strange for Alex Ariza not to work with Robert Garcia anymore because of these type of allegations. I mean, and you know about this, Mario. And in addition to all this, it makes you wonder, you know, this whole push for VADA testing. Okay. You know, I feel like VADA testing lately has been more of a PR thing, because when you really understand and look down of like the Thomas Hauser, you can look this up online. VADA and USADA, they all go to what? They all go through WADA, right? And at this point, it makes you wonder why the public perception is push VADA more over USADA when they both report to the same drug testing agency. Now it makes you wonder, okay, let me break down deeper into like Victor Conti has been an advocate for VADA, right? Which we all know that USADA has been criticized for the Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, the pricing and all these different type of things. It makes you feel like, hey, the pressure is now to push Errol Spence to have VADA testing opposed to USADA, and why this is such a big deal. The fact is, maybe the public perception thinks that the tie Mikey Garcia working with Victor Conti and also getting the guy who knows the system so well could potentially have an ability to know the system well enough where any type of PR stunts or things like that is forcing VADA testing opposed to USADA. You know, it's just, there's so many things that go down into the whole rabbit hole of why is there so much public perception of Mikey's looks like this, and the drug testing and the Victor Conti tied up. Not saying it's all in, but there's a history of fighters who worked with Conti that failed, other strength and conditionings that Robert Garcia probably could have or may have wanted to work with, but maybe couldn't because of the public perception is bad there too. It's really, this is a really sticky situation when you really think about how Mikey Garcia looks in these pictures publicly, you know?
Man, I have no clue what the fuck Ron is insinuating.
No, he just
it became too much for me. I was like,
nothing to me but a dude taking it serious.
But it took you
4 months, 4 or 5 months before his fight. Listen, there could be public perception about Snack and Victor Conti, and that's all good. But as long as the fight is with VADA, I'm good. VADA catches people. VADA just caught Willie Monroe Jr., who is also with Snack. So Snack is not, they can't. Yes, I know that the public perception of Victor Conti is that maybe he could beat the test, but I believe in VADA.
I know what you were trying to get to, Ron, and I understood where you're going and your point. It was a great point. Real quick, if you're listening right now on YouTube, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. Helps with the visibility of the show. And I know it's like the Christmas time and people got a little extra money. Maybe you don't know what to do with it. Go ahead and go over to ThaBoxingvoice.com and click on the affiliate sponsors and go ahead and bookmark the Amazon link. It costs you nothing. You do all your shopping through that link. And we get a little kickback. So, yeah, appreciate that. And shit, let's get back to the show.
Look, all I'm saying is you have to address it. There's going to be this overwhelming people looking at the picture, regardless of the fact that they're going to make excuses, they're going to blame, they're going to take sides. And it's unfortunate that this fight has created a public perception that, look, regardless of how we feel, it's going to be reported on. It is.
I don't even think it's this fight. It's the era of sports that we live in. You know what I mean? It's post, McGuire, Sosa. Like this is the way that things have gone. I don't think it's unfair of you to comment on it because it was already out there. You know, if you read the Instagram replies and the tweets, it was already out there. So I mean, I don't think that he's using performance enhancers because I want to trust everybody. Especially in combat sports. I would hope that nobody would put somebody else's life in danger like that. That said, it's the era we live in.
And I'm not going to insinuate about anybody testing positive until they actually test positive.
I'm just glad that there's testing. Like as long as they're testing, I'm cool with it.
And I'm glad it's VADA because there were plenty of sheep out there that were trying to paint a narrative that Errol was avoiding VADA. So here you go. Now you got VADA.
Absolutely. Do we have anything else before we sponsors and callers? Mayweather, I mean, do we really want to touch on that? I mean, probably do a show about that.
Nope.
No, I mean, we can't even watch it. I heard it's blocked in the US.
And Canada and Japan and Mexico.
We'll find a stream. I might have some.
And whatever.
Roy Jones Jr., a UFC deal. What, Ron, do you know more about that? Like I heard of it, but it's like Oscar like kind of shitted on it. He said it was only like 500,000.
No, that's wrong.
No, that was with the Jones pay-per-view, right?
Ignore that.
Click that in. All right.
Ignore that, Mike.
Remember, leave us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Mike trying to talk about that trash ass.
But the Roy Jones thing is there's going to be pretty much like Ness said earlier. If you want to watch more boxing, if there isn't enough on other platforms, Roy Jones has signed his boxing promotion for 72 events over 3 years on another streaming app, UFC Fight Pass. That's where you can watch that boxing.
Who Roy Jones got though? That's like shit we want to see.
Trash Pass. I can't even say Trash Pass. Trash Pass.
This guy right here, boy, he's a hater.
Steve Kim actually reported on his first fight, and man, I can't remember. And it's not even that bad of a fight, but it's nobody like that anybody's dying to see. But
and Dana White said, "Look out, Zuffa Boxing is coming to take over in 2019. We're coming with a big splash."
Yes, bro. Tell Dana White where about that trash ass pay-per-view from last night.
I was trash last night.
Mm-hmm.
Bones Jones. Look at the callers.
He tested positive too.
For some shit that was already in the system, and he tested for like a smaller.
We ain't going down this rabbit hole.
Don't.
And he's with Snack, right? Ain't John with Snack?
I don't know, but I know his excuse was, I mean, it's only a little fraction of a fraction.
It's the same shit.
Don't do that because they used USADA and they caught it. You
USADA caught that.
Yeah, so that's didn't hear anything I said.
Caught something. Cyborg caught something. Damn, yo.
I knew you watched it. I knew you watched it. You Latin, goddammit. You fucking Hispanic. You fucking you had to.
Can I talk? Yo, I saw a 54-second clip today on IG. Doggy, and let me tell you, I fuck with Cyborg, man. So I ain't even, but look, this is bad. I didn't even know this fight happened. Like, I literally did not know it was Cyborg versus Amanda Nunes. I swear on everything I love, I did not know that.
Come on, Nash. You live in a fucking boxing bubble. You boxing.
Nah, but the Jones thing kind of overshadowed it, though.
Hold on, listen. The fact that I'm partially on the Boxing Voice social media. I'm on my own social media, and I'm on the internet 24/7, bro. I should have seen at least a graphic for them two women. I mean, Dana White worrying about our sport. He need to take care of that shit because, first of all, how wasn't that? Look, I'm a casual. I'm Enrique in this conversation because we're talking about UFC. And Jones and whoever the fuck he fought was not recognizable to me. Like that wasn't I know Jones, yeah, I know him, but whoever he was fighting, that shit wasn't no interest. So I paid no interest. I had no clue, and then I don't even know. Oh, my girl, I think she showed me a clip, and I'm like, what? She fought Cyborg? When the fuck did this happen? And yeah, so that's how I seen it. But anyway, we'll get to the callers. Y'all was waiting for me to get to the actual fight. I ain't
Mike, look, he knew. I knew Ness knew. He brought up himself.
Included him in the MMA.
I'm
chat.
just saying, nigga, Amanda Nunes got them hands. She knocked out fucking Ronda Rousey,
Misha Tate,
and now fucking.
How old is Cyborg though?
Don't matter, nigga.
No, how old? Because she looked it old, B. She
like 33. She like 2 years older than Nunes.
Steroids will do that to you.
She looked it old in
The
there.
Cyborg been wrecking shit for the longest though. And
Right, and let me tell you, man, Nunes wasn't even like straighter with her punches. She was
winging them bitches.
Yeah, she must have
Boy,
just
she
been
threw that shit from
faster.
her ankle.
She must have just been fast. But let me get to the callers, man, because we talking that retarded shit. Talking that craziness. Yo, Instagram is the death of pay-per-view. I don't know why
powerful, bro.
I don't know why they still trying. Because look, just like a Wilder's knockdown, like that was all over. Like, why would I go buy that the same way in the same breath if I was a casual boxing fan and I seen the Wilder clip with Fury? Why would I go buy it? I seen all I had to see.
You literally see it in a minute or two.
You can't see all 12 rounds on Instagram.
Yeah, but some people
matter though, bro. People who remembers all 12 rounds though. Like the casual fan who goes to a fight is not going to remember all 12 rounds.
Yeah, but ESPN does the same shit. Like, it's not Instagram. I mean, ESPN does the same shit.
Yeah, but that's a report. Instagram is just followers of people. You know, like you would put it. Like my timeline had all the knockouts. All the knockdowns. My timeline was filled with the whole both knockdowns of the fight. And assume that's going to be an infringement because it's like instant, immediate.
It's taken away. Listen,
yeah,
and UFC knows because they put it on there. I didn't click it. I didn't click it on my YouTube. It came up as recommended, and it says John Jones and whoever, and it has 7 million views. And it was like 5 hours ago or some shit like that. I'm not sure if it was 5 hours. I could be lying there. But the point is, I believe it's John Jones's fight already on their YouTube. So it's like
the whole fight.
No, they take these little parts. They do it right. They do it right where if they want to capitalize, they need to put a big portion and leave the small little smidget out. Where then
fucking check this shit because now that I'm saying it out loud, guys, I hate to cut you off even though I'm next to Mike as cut off king. I
gotta cut you up though because we got a super chat. It's amazing though. Like it's amazing though. It's amazing though. The super chat king has returned. B Paulie. Just for Ness talking UFC, I love it. Don't get used to it, y'all. Laughing my ass off. So B Paulie came through with something nice for you, Ness.
Yeah, don't get used to it.
I'm just trying to find this because I'm gonna tie it all back to boxing. That's what I do best. And for the sheep, I'm gonna bring it back to us. So I'm just saying, bro, if I get this video up, I hope I'm logging into my YouTube app on the TV now. Hopefully it goes straight to the John Jones on the recommended. And I'm right about the hours of the publication of the video and the amount recommended. What we got? This doesn't look like it used to look. Nah, it's not there anymore. Because I don't fuck with UFC, bro.
But it don't come until after. So it's like if you want to see like what are they going to capitalize on? You can't buy the pay-per-view anymore. Like after it's
say the capitalization would be PBC was floating out pictures of John Jones. If John Jones does a pay-per-view and gets 7.4 million views, it doesn't matter if it was 5 hours ago or 10 hours ago, however many hours ago from that fight till now, it's still 7 million views on YouTube.
No, that was the first fight you were referring to.
And when did they get published?
It got published 2 weeks ago and got 7.4 million views.
That's still, listen, Wilder need to set that fight up. That dude keeps testing positive. They need to just go ahead and offer him a good enough fight to get out the UFC so that Wilder gets some crossover attention because that dude must be known.
Oh yeah, John Jones. Yeah,
I've always known him, but never in my life. I haven't even watched that fight. This is what I'm telling you. I only fuck with Cyborg. Like I felt like I needed to see that Instagram clip because I used to watch on Strikeforce when she was with Showtime. I'm an old head. You know what I'm saying? So she got me. It isn't Nunez that brought me. It's Cyborg that brought me. And that's credit to Showtime and what they did with Strikeforce many years ago.
And that's what Ness was forced to watch it. That's the only reason why. If Ness talks anything UFC MMA related, it's because of Strikeforce. That's what I heard.
Yo, he knew Strikeforce fighters, and he didn't know who the fuck Anderson Silva was. Like, shit was crazy.
So let me see what
since last night, the recap that the UFC on Fox did had 351,000 views. So hopefully that kind of translates over to the PBC on Fox, and they get some of that like residual when the UFC leaves.
PBC on Fox YouTube is doing well. I told you last I checked. You know, while I get to a caller because we keep slowing that down, you go check what's Brazil.
I got you.
What's Brazil's doing? I believe the last time I seen it, the day of was 25,000. Let's check what it is now. We got
Tony Harrison and Jamel Charlo is at 597,000 one week ago.
Okay. You see what I'm saying? The difference in UFC, they need to get they got to send that John Jones do the contract for Wilder. I'm telling you. We going to V in Jacksonville. Talk to me.
Yo, what's up, man? Hold on, let me get right here, man, because I got a lot of shit to say today. But I'm just gonna go down the list real because I've been listening the whole time. So, but Victor Conte goes back to Barry Bonds and them. So the suspicion that they're getting is well deserved because Victor Conte been providing that source for years. You know what I'm saying? About Terrance Crawford though, because we went off about Terrance Crawford for a while. And Mike is completely biased about Terrance Crawford, where he doesn't see the obvious points people are making. In other words, like, you offer Danny Garcia $3 million to fight, you're outpricing the fight. You don't want to fight, right? So the criticism is continuing because the honeymoon is over. He had a nice honeymoon where everybody was like, oh, he's number one, without him deserving it, right? The honeymoon is over because people are increasing their scrutiny. He don't like that, so he's getting upset. You know what I mean? He's really mad because now he's under the microscope and he can't take that pressure. You know what I mean? And I think that he's not the best. I think a couple guys beat him. Like I've said before, I think Danny Garcia beats him. You know, I even think Tank can beat him. He just doesn't impress. Like if you look at him versus David Benavidez, I mean, how fast does Errol Spence get Benavidez out of there? I'm gonna ask you that, Ness. How fast do you think Errol Spence takes Benavidez out? How fast does that happen?
As fast as he got Ocampos out of there.
There we go.
Especially with that one punk ass leg.
Exactly. How are you gonna sit there and say this guy went 12 with Ben? Didn't they go 12? I believe they went 12, right? He knocked him out in the last round. And then they was talking about Pacquiao and Broner and why can't he do the same strategy that Mayweather did? Because Mayweather basically mind fucked him with footwork the same way Tyson Fury mind fucked Klitschko. It was basically a replica of the same shit. You're unsure of your punches the whole night because his movement is fucking you up. You know what I mean? And Broner is not that nigga with the footwork. He got some head movement, but the footwork is So how are you gonna replicate that? I got Pacquiao body in that boy. You know what I mean? But like those are all my points, man. But you got to get more unbiased, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like when you said when he stepped to old boy and you was like, oh, he's not a professional. Nigga, you're a professional. Professional means you get paid to do what you're doing. That's a professional. You're a professional boxer. There's amateur boxers and there's professional boxers. By you
cut it. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
Yo, shout out to you, baby. Who was that? V? That was V. He came for heads. Mike, go ahead. Because I appreciate that you didn't cut him off. So I'm allowing you to. You need some get back, or you good? You ready for the next one?
Man, people throw pebbles at the crown. We ain't worried about it.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Here we go. We're going for the next one in Baltimore.
It's Baltimore, gentlemen. The gods will not save you.
What's going on, Baltimore? I think it's Troy, right?
Too. Yo people too. What you mean, yo people? Yo people too.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yo people too. What's going on, y'all?
What up, Wood?
Hey. What's going on, y'all? Man, Mikey out here looking like Bruce Lee and Enter the Dragon and shit, man. He cut up like a motherfucker, yo. He looking like Bruce Lee. I come here to revenge my teacher. I come here to revenge my teacher and all that type of shit. He cut up, man. Errol Spence better watch the fuck out. He better watch the fuck out. But yeah, I want to talk about the motherfucker Terrance Crawford, man. Terrance Crawford got that. He got that emotional beta male shit going on. Every time somebody say something about him and shit, he gotta start getting mad about, man. And he at a level right now where he shouldn't be. Put some respect on my name. Now, if you're fighting a championship fight, you shouldn't be worried about what reporters say, what bloggers say, challenging these niggas to fight. So what kind of points you gonna get off of that, man? You ain't
shut that soft ass shit up, man.
Man, come on, y'all.
Yeah, that's Mike
Hello?
hitting you with that. That was Mike. You know he can't take you talking about his dude.
But he can't be challenging other fighters. You can't be challenging people for their own fucking opinions. People got a right to their fucking opinions, man. I don't care who the fuck it is. Everybody got a right to their opinion. Him and Gervonta Davis not in the same weight class. He's not gonna be fighting He's not gonna be fighting that nigga. He's not gonna be fighting these reporters and shit like that. Yo, that's that sensitive, emotional. That's that motherfucking I'm down on bended knees type of shit. That emotional shit, man. I don't know who all this yes shit is, yo. Who the fuck is all this yes shit going on, man?
He was agreeing with you. Ness was agreeing with you. That's why you put.
Okay. Oh yeah. He gotta get out. He gotta get out. He gotta get out his feelings, man. He fighting his championship fights for millions of dollars. Why the fuck you worrying about bloggers and little fighters that's not even on your level yet, man? You gotta do a point where he don't have nothing to be insecure about, yo. He's a championship boxer, yo. He don't have nothing. He at the top. He at the pinnacle of his career. Nobody should be able to get to him. Nobody should.
Are y'all finished or y'all done?
He's going backwards, though. So that's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say about that thing. Y'all got some crazy ass shit going on the background, man. All right, man. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, Wood, man. Thanks for calling in. Yo, that's Mike trying to fucking mess up your call. He trying to mess up your flow, but you kept bobbing and weaving and hitting him with the overhand rights for sure. Good call, man. I like
Shout out Wood, man. Shout out Wood.
Word up. He coming for you. He coming.
He was still swinging at you, Mike. It was
But you got me fucked up now, man. I'm into my sound right.
Oh, you got your soundboard? You finally got that shit together?
You know, I've been adding a little shit to it. I ain't want to just bring it out to everybody.
Whoa, high pitch rhyme. What the hell was that supposed to be? We didn't understand.
Yeah, run.
You. Are you dumb?
Oh, look at you. All right, so let's keep moving. We're gonna go to on the boomerang status in the check-in. Sunday. It's supposed to be Crow Day, but ain't nobody picked these fights.
That's like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean. My man get a couple.
EBV. Shout out to Girl Scout. Let me get into it, man. Look, I'm a Terrance Crawford fan myself, but he's not in, you know, that four, man. Like every era, when you talk about the welterweights, we talking about these welterweights, man. There was a top four. The history of this shit. Ron, back me up on this. Don't say nothing, but back me up. It was Leonard, Hearns, Hagler, Duran. Terrance Crawford ain't really in that mix, though, blood. You know what I'm saying? It's Garcia.
Hey, Marvin Hagler was never welterweight, but go on.
No, what I'm talking about is he was a welter. He fought middleweight. I'm just talking about the four fighters that mixed it up between that era that floated. They floated between middleweight, 154. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
That's the problem, man. We always try to rush shit. Let it happen, baby. We still living in this era right now.
Okay, but so let Bud, Mike, let him get to it, baby. Let him get to it. Don't put him up so high on that pedestal. Let me tell you something. I rock with Bud. I rock with him, but I can't say that you can't say that he's in a position to offer Danny Garcia $3 million, and Danny Garcia is supposed to jump over that. Like Danny don't got shit to prove, not to Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford got something to prove to Danny.
I thought you wanted the title, though, homie. I thought Danny wanted Danny title shot. We got a title. Come get it. If I'm so easy, come get to the easy ass title. Y'all don't think highly of me.
It's not about thinking. See, that's the price. About what Bud think. What he think don't matter. Because what it is that the niggas he trying to get in the ring to prove himself to, Danny been in the ring with him. He been in the ring with Thurman. He been in the ring with Porter. When you talking shit at 147, whether you got to get it, he just got there. And yet,
I mean, do the belts matter?
No, to me they don't. But this how you get the fights. We watch Shaw and Kenny Porter navigate that shit. We watch motherfucking Errol Spence navigate the shit. So they matter, but they don't matter, because sometimes you got to sit and wait to get that belt to force another nigga hand, depending on what you're trying to do. But he'll get there. He's not there yet. Like you said, let time happen. He's not there yet. Let him live a little bit. Let him earn something. You think he earned it over Horn? He earned it in that 147 conversation.
The love for you.
No, man, look here, bro.
Mike,
all I know is his first fight with a title shot, and he got a belt. All these guys over there are saying that he ain't done this, he ain't done that. Similar to what they were saying about Errol Spence before he got his title shot. All I'm saying is, man, if y'all really wanted that bad, come get the belt. Ain't it about being a champion? Don't you want to regain that throne, that title? Come get it.
I see people in the chat talking about the Crawford hate on TBV is real. Like, I didn't know telling the truth is hate.
This ain't hate, nigga. It's just y'all opinions, and maybe to some it might call off as hate, but to me, it's like having a good debate. Like
opinion, I think it's just actual fact. Like,
yeah, you say tomato, I say tomato. We get to the same point.
No, no. Jeff Horn just fought Anthony Mundine. He's probably older than Vladimir Klitschko.
You're taking it backwards. I'm taking it to like potential. I'm saying tomato, and we get to the same point. Meaning, if we get Thurman and Crawford or Crawford and Spence in the ring, we get to the same point and we get what we want, right?
That's the thing. That ain't gonna happen right now. So let's be realistic, right? Because we can't just keep shaming Crawford. What does he do? Obviously, he ain't getting Spence. Spence is busy. Thurman's busy. Danny's busy.
Khan is up in the air if he's gonna go with Brook or him.
Actually, I seen a headline about Khan, something coming this week, maybe. I don't know. See, they gotta up the offers, though. They gotta up them offers.
I mean,
it's like Khan offered $10 million.
It wouldn't make sense for Khan to not take the Kell Brook fight. Unless he just doesn't like Kell Brook that bad.
Bro, they offered him $10 million for that fight. So your mans and them gotta up that offer, B.
No way Bob's gonna give Khan $10 million. No way.
He ain't gotta give him 10. He could give him pay-per-view upside, a little bit higher guarantee. Remember, Khan money over there is 10 million pounds, but it ain't no.
That's the thing, though. In the US, that Danny Garcia pay-per-view would have been much, much bigger than a fucking Khan pay-per-view in the States.
That's
in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't get the disrespectful offer. But let me get to some callers, especially some boomerangers.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
Yo, TBV, what up?
What's going on, homie?
You already know, man. Another Sunday at work. Another live podcast. Get money, right? Straight on to the topics, man. I'm gonna have to use both of mine at once, so I'm gonna go and get it in. It's good to hear Bud Crawford sounding like Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? New Bud Crawford, old Bud Crawford. He's still with the shit talking. I like it. I like this new Mike Ross too, because he stayed with the shit.
Stainless, you got this background going on. Get
himself.
off of that speaker or that Bluetooth, whatever you want. Killing us.
Bro, I swear I'm not a speaker, but I don't know. Maybe it's because like I say, I'm at work, so there's a lot of stuff going on behind. See what I'm saying? You're like, see, I got my own live fights here. But either way, man, I don't really blame Bud Crawford for the fights not getting made, man. We got to stop putting it on fighters. You know what I'm saying? They looking for the fights, but it's the promoters that's not putting together. You know what I'm saying? Aram know it's gonna take a lot more than that to get Danny, Amir Khan, or anybody else that's a top tier fighter that Terrance might try to come across. So offering them a measly ass $3 million, man, quit trying to look all motherfuckers. Terrance clearly wants to fight, so get a fight soon. And you know what I'm saying, as far as the TVV hate on Bud Crawford thing, I don't know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I'm saying? We keep it real on this motherfucker. They got a problem with that. They push the thumbs down, we still get the likes. That's all I always say though, man. You know, please push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. I can't even do my double boomerang, man. I'm gonna push one when I gotta get back in. Peace.
Stainless, man. As always, thanks for calling. Brandon.
Shout out Stainless, man. He at work calling in. Shout out Stainless, bro.
And it's Sunday, man. Shout out to you for sure, man. Putting in that OT. I mean, if you want that boomerang, let me know, because I don't think that you, you know, like, I don't know. I didn't see you unpress one, but Brandon, talk to me.
Yeah, man. I find it weird that even after we've heard Tim Smith, we've heard Derek James, we've heard Errol Spence say Al Heyman doesn't want the Bud Crawford fight, that we still seem to keep burning Bud Crawford, even though we heard all these TBC guys say that he is on their radar. Just find that weird that we still blame Bud Crawford, even though TBC has said they don't want that smoke. But as far as Danny Garcia, let me ask you a question, Ness, and keep it 100. Is Danny Garcia getting $3 million to fight Adrian Granados next?
Is he?
Is he? I'm asking you. Is he getting $3 million in a non-title fight against Adrian Granados next?
I don't know.
He's getting $3 million.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he's getting like 1 point something, or at least $1 million on the front end, and then a Swift Promotions check that we never find out about.
Exactly. Let's just use our thinking caps. Y'all real boxing fans say, hell no, he's not getting $3 million. So why wouldn't you take the opportunity to get $3 million plus pay-per-view upside and the opportunity to take that WBO belt and bring it back to the PBC stable, so none of them have to cross the fucking street? Why wouldn't he take that deal?
Because the deal ain't right.
And he didn't say,
because the deal ain't right. Your analogy's off. Like, how could you compare Granados?
You can always start like negotiations at like a number, and maybe get to a point where y'all agree on maybe.
Exactly why you need to send another offer, because they already denied that $3 million offer. Like,
send a counter offer if you want to fight. If not, say you don't want to fight. Don't send a counter offer.
But I would agree with that if he was making $3 million to fight anybody. He ain't getting $3 million to fight Granados. He ain't getting a title fight next, so he ain't gonna probably get nothing but probably another $1 million for his next fight. So y'all acting like he's just making buku money every fight. He's not. $3 million is more than enough for him right now. He's damaged goods. He doesn't have a title. He's going over there as the
Well, that's why you. That's why you and
and
Crawford. That's why you and Crawford gonna have to wait because y'all got the same mentality.
We gotta wait. We gotta wait so he can fight Adrian Granados, but he ain't ducking.
Hey,
that's a big fight.
Like Mike said,
let's just keep one. That's
like
a big
Mike
fight.
said, tomato. I bet you Danny fighting Granados,
Errol
his next
Spence.
fight gonna be bigger than fighting Crawford. I bet you
No,
that.
it's not. No, it's not.
Man, you bugging.
Porter and Thurman. Porter and Thurman about the rematch.
Time up.
Yeah, they know.
They know he motherfucking ducking. The fuck out of here, nigga.
What they know?
There is no one. There's no.
Ron, you're not in
evidence
this,
of the
Ron.
couch.
It's between me and that bum ass dude over there.
We don't know what
Quit
he's getting. We don't know his next
disrespecting
fight.
my man Crawford, bruh.
We
Y'all
don't
gonna put
know.
some fucking respect on his name.
How you ducking when you going at the top 1, 2, 3? Crawford ain't up there, bruh. He on the other side of the street, on the outside looking in.
Going after a guy whose best weight is 140. You going after a guy whose best weight is 140?
Hey, yo, you remember
coming for the
AJ?
crown?
You remember AJ using that impression? He's like, "Hey, sir, can I have some more, sir?" That's how Crawford is right now. Mike in Connecticut.
What's up, TPV, man? Yeah, so a couple of things, man. I don't understand why everybody on this panel, besides Mike, is condoning ducking. Like,
My man, about time Mike from motherfucking Connecticut, goddammit.
You guys are on some whole shit. Like, you guys are crying about Crawford talking shit to a promoter. Tyson used to say crazy
He ain't
shit.
a promoter.
Hey, nigga, let him talk. Let him talk. Cut off King. Cut off Junior.
He ain't a promoter.
When did boxing get so soft? Hold on, Ness. When did boxing get so soft? That
It's
you
a
guys are
reporter.
crying
It's a
about?
reporter.
Hold your pearls, Ness, and let him talk. Quit getting so fucking emotional.
Yeah.
He's triggered. He's triggered. He's triggered, you guys. He's triggered. He's triggered.
That's how you get him. That's how you get him not to tell the world that you ain't fight nobody is by asking him to fight you.
We got him triggered, baby. Mike from motherfucking Connecticut got his ass triggered in this bitch.
Mike and Mike.
Let's go. Let's go. Mike and this motherfucker.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy that you guys are just condoning ducking Danny Garcia, who's never got a $3 million purse in his whole career.
Lies.
All of a sudden, plus the upside of pay-per-view buys.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
My man getting 30 seconds out of a 3-minute car because of Ness ass triggered. We got him triggered, baby. Let's go. Round 1, he's stumbling. He's stumbling. He's down. He's down. Oh my God.
And you know what, man? Errol Spence has come out multiple times saying, I'm not fighting Crawford. I want the easy route. I'd rather fight Sean Porter, who Sean Porter is not going to fight him. So really, he's not fighting any top elite welterweights anyways. So he's fighting a guy from 100 that started at 126 pounds. That's like Terrance Crawford fighting fucking Gary Russell. Like, what are we talking about right now? I just don't understand why the hate for Crawford is so predominant on this show. The dude was undisputed at 140. He came up, beat a champion. And the dude that called before saying that Tank could beat Crawford, that guy's just straight up retarded. Like, come on now. You guys got to put some respect on Terrance Crawford's name. He's calling for the fights. And again, you guys and everybody on the panel, besides Mike, is condoning ducking. That's my call.
I think you're
excellent call, man. Excellent goddamn
rubbed
call.
off on the.
Look here, bro. I think that was like the call of the night. To be honest with you, had Ness over there stumbling, had him down 6 count. He got up though. He got up, but he ain't returned no punches though the whole round. He been quiet.
Question.
Round 2, we'll see what happens.
Mike, can there be 2 wrongs in a situation and 2 rights in a situation?
Absolutely. Both. I mean, there two things can be true. I always say that.
So ducking in this situation is called business.
Bro, I'm just out here.
I'm not saying you.
Run.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not.
Let me live, baby. Can I live?
No, I'm coming at your other Mike, not this Mike. Mike, I'm just having you help my point, man. 2 wrongs can exist, 2 rights. It's business. Crawford, Errol Spence, whoever these guys, they're not making good business. That's what it is. They don't like each other's offers. Sign me at $10 million. I'll fucking fight Tank Davis. I mean, I'll get beat up by Tank Davis for $10 million. That's a good ass deal. You give me that offer.
Orleans, stand up. Joshua, talk to us.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, you might want to recant that statement about Mike from Connecticut with the best color. Like, I was listening to the show all night, and I'm going to agree with the last caller. Like, the hate on this show for Bud, aside from Mike, it is unreal.
Oh, we got another one. My niggas out tonight, goddammit.
Dudes on here like Ness. I normally agree with Ness on a lot, 90% of most of what he's saying, but I'm confused with this Bud talk. We didn't had interviews. He didn't did interviews. He didn't had Errol Spence come out and say when they had the big old clash of them two meetings and stuff. And Bud still get all the hate and saying, oh, he should have never signed with Top Rank. Well, if he signed with PBC, Spence ain't getting no fights against Kell Brook. Keith Thurman been in hibernation on some injury or something like that, but he keeps talking about Bud name. Only time Bud name come out is when he's a reason why they don't want to fight him. All these dudes out here running around saying the dude ain't did nothing at 147. He was undisputed. He beat everybody that was in front of him at 140, regardless of what y'all want to say, who he didn't fight. He wasn't there, but he beat everybody with a belt. And then he moved up and got a belt at 147. And Danny Garcia turned down a fight with a champion to fight Adrian Grenoble, so whatever his name is. He's a B-level fighter, a guy that every time he fight a step up, he lose. And Danny clearly is ducking Bud, and Ness always throws these things out like why he don't send the contract, why he don't send the contract. Keith, I'm not about to come out for his injury and fight Terrance Crawford, but he mentioned Bud Crawford name like he wants to smoke. That was Spence said he don't want to smoke. He said, why not fight an easy route with Sean Porter and hopefully get that magic fight with whoever he want to put there. And for the first time in my life, with being a fan with all these PBC fighters, Errol Spence Jr., Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, I ain't never seen these dudes ducking like this, but they are ducking. Everybody's ducking that Bud smoke. This show be hating on him. Mario is a clown. Some of his statements he makes is just very, very clownish and foolish. I ain't never heard nobody talk so much stupid shit all my life. And that Tank Davis comment, Tank Davis like throwing that threat out a lot. Talking about if you put your hands on me, you would never box again. Well, nigga, you in boxing. You're supposed to have chit chat. You're supposed to have words back and forth. When you make your comment, you don't get a response. So when Bud responds back to these dudes, I don't want to hear this street shit talk. He's supposed to respond to these dudes. If he don't say nothing, he's going to get criticized. If he don't say anything at all, I mean, it just doesn't make no
Cut it. Yo, man, look at here, man. Back-to-back calls of the night, bro. I don't know which one to go with, but that right there was strong. That was a strong call, man. Shout out to my guy down in New Orleans, man.
Look, real quick. I want to say, look, okay. When Danny Garcia was the undisputed, or he was undisputed, but when he beat Matisse, right, and everybody recognized him as the man, he came up, right? I mean, he fought Rod Salka, whatever, and then he came up, right? Fought Peterson, fought Malignaggi, fought Robert Guerrero, Samuel Vargas, which was an underrated fight for him to take, and he fought Keith Thurman, Brandon Rios, Sean Porter. What I'm trying to say is there was a path for these dudes at PBC. Like, I'm not the biggest PBC fan in the world, and I wasn't when they first came out. I think they're doing better, but there was a path for these fighters to fight each other. They were on this certain path. Maybe I'm a little mad because I didn't expect Crawford to sign the extension. You know, maybe I'm a little mad because I thought he would go to PBC the first chance he gets. But regardless, there was these paths laid out, and there are these paths laid out for Thurman and Spence and Porter and Garcia, and Crawford's not in that list. So it's not that it's hate, it's more disappointment than anything else, because I know what we're going to have to see from Crawford for the next few years, and it ain't going to be one of these guys. I mean, I hope it is. I hope Mike is right, but I don't think it's going to be.
You know what it really is in the world of boxing, and that's probably kill me for telling the truth like this, you know, because I'm joking. But this is how boxing works as fans, all right? When you get two guys, let's say, to fight each other, right? And it's like, oh, okay, well, you know what? Let's marinate this, right? Let's build it up. Boom. Well, you got to think. You got to think for the fighters. Don't you want the fighters to make as much money and prosper? But let's have him take a serious, dangerous risk, right? Oh, yeah, we're excited for that. Then he loses the dangerous risk. Oh, he's dumb. He shouldn't have did that. Oh, look at this guy. He's stupid. Now he can't get the big money fight. Oh, he threw his career. Why would he do that? It's always back and forth. Whatever way you can look at it, they're either stupid for, not taking the money fights, or they're stupid for the fact that they didn't run their career properly and now they're run down and they can't get the opportunities that, boxing is a tough business. You lose one time, you're almost fucked nowadays. So it's like,
exactly,
you can't win. It's like, he's taking the tough fight. Yay, he loses. Always an idiot. Always taking the big money fight, but he's ducking. So come on, man. It's boxing. You guys know how the game is.
It's that people get behind one fighter, right? And they cheerlead for that person. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm saying Mike's doing. I mean, some people might say that's what he's doing, but I think for most people, he's unbiased, But look, all I'm saying is that most people are just fans of these people. I am a fan of watching a lot of these guys fight, but I'm not a I don't go to sleep on Terrance Crawford bed sheets. My pajamas don't have Keith Thurman on them. I don't got fucking pictures I don't got pictures on my wall. Sean Porter. Love watching them fight, but I ain't no fucking fanboy.
I mean, you know what? I was just celebrating Crawford Day the other day. I mean, yeah, for the listeners that didn't know, a guy has a day over in a country that he's not even from. You know what I'm saying? Box Nation put on a whole day for Terrance Crawford, just highlighting some of his best fights. And I was, you know what I'm saying, just watching.
Which was his best fights, Mike? Which one's
look here, look
actually, which one?
No, look here, bro. Look here. We ain't got time for my emotional investment in this guy. Actually, let's get back to the callers and let's get back to the callers, bro.
You better memorize that resume, man, because Ness is gonna throw that at you.
I just want to know, what fights did Box Nation choose to air? Jesus, if anybody can find that information, my man is so emotional right now. Why? Why are you acting this way?
Who's acting what way?
Emotional. Why you emotional? Why you emotional?
Gary in Texas, get off that speakerphone.
What's going on, Gary?
I'm speakerphone, my man. Hey, Mike.
What's going on, Gary?
We should be calling him Carlos Rosales from now. Christopher Rosales right here.
Christopher Rosales. Hey, they all can't be winners.
Bet the farm, bet the ranch.
Can I get my call off? Can I get my call off?
Nah, man, not after that shit advice.
Oh God, I'm fucking dying. That's the first thing I thought when you announced him. I was like,
yo, Mike, you can't get mad at that, right? Because they're little fanboys, right? It's like the LeBron James haters. Like what? You don't like LeBron James' game? You don't think he's any good? Like you don't like Terrance Crawford? He's a pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. There's nothing you can't like. There's nothing not to like about him, right? But you know what I'm saying? So there's no logic.
Hard to be pound for pound when you can't prove it.
It's just feminine emotion, right? It's like, look, they're not boxing fans. That ain't a boxing fan. He's a man fan. He's a fan of Keith Thurman. Think about that, right? He's a guy who quit for 2 years because he was scared of Errol Spence, refused to defend his WBC belt because they told him he had to defend it against Sean Porter, threw it in the garbage. I don't want to fight no more. Took 2 years off. I'm coming back to fight Josecito Lopez. That's the power that Ness roots for. He's not a boxing fan. He's a man fan, right? So you're arguing with man fans. Like if I came to you, Mike, and said LeBron James sucks at basketball, are we really going to have a debate over this?
No, we wouldn't. You're right, Gary. You're absolutely right, Gary. My man Gary get his call off. You cut off the whole 20 seconds in the fucking beginning. Let the man get his call off.
I love hearing both you guys accuse who cuts off more.
You're eating it up right now. You're eating up his call.
I'm not talking. You are.
The more you make me talk, the more his call gets eaten up.
I don't make your fucking mouth move, nigga. You do.
Hey, every time you say something, I'm gonna say something.
Can I say something though? Because it is my.
Go ahead, Gary. Go ahead.
Please, Gary. Please, thank you.
All right. So let's see this. Like that's it. Oh, who did Terrance Crawford ever beat as better than Chris Algieri? And I ran up like 7 names off the top of my head, right? And then I started to cry, right?
Who the hell is better than Chris Algieri?
We did this. Raymond Beltran,
Who?
Ricky Burns,
Get the
Gamboa,
fuck out of
Jeff
here.
Horn.
Beltran doesn't
Done
beat
this.
Algieri.
Benavidez. Oh,
Man,
absolutely he
you're
does.
crazy,
we
bro.
Did, but we did this
Bro,
before.
listen,
we don't need to go
Gary,
over this.
Can Gary get his call off, man? It's not all about you, Nis.
Yeah, he's talking to me, Mike. You're jealous. You're jealous. They want to talk to me and not you.
Actually, I addressed this to Mike. I did. And then you cut me off, so I was just going back and
Lies.
forth.
You said Ness and the Algieri thing.
I might have. That might be true. You might be right about that.
No, Gary, he's never right.
Terrance Crawford beat.
Cut it down.
Dude,
That's so fucked up, bro. That is so fucked
Bring
up,
that
man.
back. Y'all both cut each other off the whole time while we was trying to talk. Can you talk?
I'm gonna dedicate my final thoughts to Gary, man.
Real quick, this is how we celebrated Crawford Day over in the beautiful UK. Box Nation. I mean, my fellow a UK men over there. Hey, shout out to the UK. We had Crawford versus Delorme. Crawford versus
Wait.
Oh, here it goes, Mike. Why'd you do
What
this?
did they call this day?
Crawford Day, December 28th, Box Nation.
Okay, and the premise of this day was what?
Just to highlight Crawford's fighting probably skills and just paying homage.
That doesn't sound like how you painted it before.
Paying homage to.
I thought you said this was highlighting Crawford's best fights.
No. I want to say.
That's what you said.
I'm saying they're paying homage to Crawford by putting on his fight.
What you said before, and you
take your finger at me like that.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what you said before, but you just didn't have the list. Now you got the list, and you're changing up the whole.
Crawford Delorme. Crawford versus Derry Jean.
Crawford's best ever.
Crawford versus Hank Lundy. Crawford impressive win versus
who's Derry Jean, Mike? Mike, who's Derry?
Crawford beat Diaz.
Mike, can you? I mean, I
bet you want to hear the fights.
No, I'm your host. I was actually, who's Derry Jean?
Derry Jean is a fighter that I believe he's from Canada. Off the top of my head.
Oh, Canada. Okay.
Yeah, and we had Crawford versus Diaz, who won a gold medal. Crawford versus David Benavidez.
Where's that lately, Ron?
Man, when you fight Crawford, bro, you can put. Boy, I'm telling you, he came back and fought. I forgot who he fought, but he came back and fought somebody, and I believe he lost.
He lost.
Yeah.
Felix Diaz was the #1 seed in the WBC.
There we go.
Welterweight Suleiman tournament, and he lost to the 8th seed.
Off TV.
And we got Crawford versus Horn.
No, it was off TV. I had to get some weird.
Yeah, it was off TV. I'm just making sure you know that was not a question. It's like off TV, letting Mike know. You know what I mean? Because this is what happens.
I mean, this is what happened when you fight Crawford, bro.
No, this is the level of Crawford opponents. Right. They get a little pay, and then they go back to being irrelevant. I'm just saying, what's Derry Jean done?
Ooh,
what's he done before, after? Before, after.
Here, bro. I wasn't you know damn well I wasn't around then. So you're trying to box me into a corner, but I'm not gonna let you. I'm gonna let the people know. Michael has no idea because I wasn't around then. But I know right now and to this day, we want the big fights.
Yo, you know what Derry Jean did? Lose to Lamont Peterson, the same dude you be trying not to give Errol.
Shut out, Lamont. Shut up, bro. Lamont is a 2-division world champion. I don't take nothing
from Lamont. Crawford got,
but we know Lamont is not the A-level what weight. But we all agree on the pound by saying that he's like the next tier down.
So you saying that Derry Jean wasn't on that level either because he got beat up on?
Yes, sure. He got beat up on. We know because we haven't seen him since.
So Lamont softened him up for Crawford.
I wouldn't say that. I think Crawford held his own.
Knocked him out first.
Let's get right here, bro. Ask me question after question after question. I can't even fucking answer one. I'm fucking confused now.
No, Cali.
You got Mike on the ropes. Mike on the ropes, man. Hey. First of all, Mike over there stuttering. I know you stutter anyway, but Mike over there.
It don't matter, nigga. You heard what I motherfucking said, nigga from Cali.
Hey, nigga. Nigga, respect me.
Oh shit, man. My bad, easy. My bad, easy. I ain't know it was easy on the phone.
Hey, I'm just saying, nigga, you backed up in a corner. You got to stuttering. You got to saying you don't know about boxing all of a sudden. You a professional commentator to, I was not watching boxing. I do not have this type of information. Look, hey, check this out, nigga. We all know you love Crawford, man. We all know it. But the boy, like, I don't know, you, like, on some real shit, just like Joshua, this shit, that's hypocritical, bro. It's hypocritical right now.
This whoa. Whoa. Lay it out for me.
Let me finish, Mike.
Explain. Okay. Go ahead. Let me know.
Finish before you respond. Look, check it out. Just like Joshua playing games with that goddamn contract, that nigga, all the money is on the other side. All the belts is on the other side. So whatever offer they offered you, whatever offer they offered you, live with it. Live with it. You knew it. You know where everybody was. You know what Thunder is. You know what Porter is. You know what Spence is at. If you wanted them, go over there. You knew it. Took a little $3 million. Now sit your ass over there and shut up.
That's
Yo,
all you got?
who was it? Who was that?
You gonna hit and run?
Boy, that
what
boy
we doing?
choke slammed you.
We hit
man.
and run?
Why you gonna let him just do that to you?
God damn.
Huh?
If you want to do it, I'm ready, baby.
Mike, I'm saying, look at bro. Look at talking about everybody over there live with it. Nah, nigga, we sending out offers. If y'all want to fight and y'all want a belt, come get it. Keith Thurman talking about I'm a cherry, nigga, come pick it. Errol Spence talking about I'm light in the ass, nigga, come pick me up then.
Bro, you sound like Wilder, man. You sound like
Wilder.
You sound like Wilder.
That doesn't even sound right.
What you mean, homie?
Can I give you a dollar real quick? All right, check it out.
And turn this nigga up. I can't hear this nigga.
That is him. Hey, Noah, you gotta talk right into the mic. You playing games and you running out.
Yeah, man.
You running out of time.
Huh? All right, my bad, man. Check it out. Look, all I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, you know it's politics. I know it's politics. We know it. This is just what it is. If you have an out, just like Pacquiao, he had an out, and he read up.
What's good for the next nigga ain't necessarily nigga good for me. I can't live by what another man do. You know that better than probably anybody, nigga. Been from Cali. Y'all don't follow trends, nigga. Y'all set trends, right?
See, Mike trying to make you feel good after
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Try to turn it on real quick. You feel me? Hey, put a little twist on that shit. Hey, put a little twist on that shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Look at that. Mike trying to play some games.
I'm caught with this shit, bro.
Let me go to our ringer body shop, Benny, cutting the line. Talk to us.
Dudes, what's up? So I just want to know why Terrance Crawford is so sensitive. Like, yes, yeah, you know, if Davis is saying so, if Tank is saying some shit, okay, sure, but then to like go back at Coppinger just for saying something, like that's his job, man. So like, so to me that means one of two things: either
hold up.
Yo,
do y'all get mad when fucking Dana White rebutter fucking reporters?
Hold on, we
do
ain't
y'all
talking
get mad
about
when
Dana
Oscar
White.
did a
Let him
whole
talk.
come back
Let
and
him
rebuttal reporters?
Stop.
I don't get man.
Mike,
y'all fucking y'all nut huggers and shit, man.
Yo, he paying to cut the line and you gonna cut his call? Man.
Disrespectful.
Come on, Mike. I still love you when you're all chopped and screwed. So let me talk, dude. So when that means either one of two things to me: is either Crawford doesn't necessarily believe in himself enough to just ignore that stuff, or he's just too up in his feelings. And either way, that's not really good. If so, like when Spence and Crawford are going to fight in the future, if I call in on that show talking about Spence is going to body Crawford, he doesn't have a chance. Is Crawford going to get on my IG and tell me he's going to come over here and beat my ass? We'll see, I guess. But,
go get a job at the fucking LA Times and report on boxing and see what happens.
Better be careful. Anybody talking about Crawford,
yeah,
better be careful.
Yo, Mike just threatened you to get a job at LA Times.
Talk shit about Crawford, man. Write a bad article.
I just might. But no,
Shout out to my guy named Body Shot Benny, man.
You still cutting them off?
I was giving a fucking shout out. I'm sorry.
listen. So, what was I gonna say? Damn it, Mike. Damn. Oh no, I got it. Okay, so yeah, if that was me, if a writer was talking shit about me and I was confident about myself and I knew I was a champion at heart, I would just let that shit slide off my back. I would laugh it off. It like, well, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Anyway, that's enough about Crawford though. I also wanted to talk about Broner for a minute. I hope that Manny Pacquiao beats his ass for 12 rounds because Broner's annoying to me. I think if you want to be like a shit talker, that's cool. You're a fighter, you know. But the way he was acting during the last build up with who do you draw against? Fuck.
What are you talking about?
Benavidez, Jose Benavidez.
Benavidez. See,
Broner.
that's what motherfucking Mike.
Jesse Vargas.
That's what Mike need to understand. When Crawford fighting dudes, they're not even Enrique, but he said Benavidez. Enrique's supposed to be Puerto Rican. He don't even.
And he was talking about the wrong guy too.
Man,
it was Jesse Vargas.
My bad. I jumped in. I
No, you're all right. You're good.
He could have had a goddamn drink or something.
I heard.
Hey, real quick. Look, there was a caller earlier who said, "Oh man, why y'all getting mad? Why y'all sensitive about him going after a promoter?" I mean, I'm sure he meant writer. He probably just misspoke, but he said Muhammad Ali used to do it. Like, it wasn't right back then. It's not right. You know how many fighters have told me to my face on air in interviews, "Oh, you never fought before, so you don't know this." Or, I mean, it's just the go-to line. Like, nah, it's bullshit. Come on. Like, it ain't right for them to go after writers for nothing.
According to a fighter, you have to be a fighter to be a ref, be a fighter to be a judge, be a fighter to be a commentator, be a fighter to
be a fan,
be a podcaster, be a fighter to be a fighter to buy tickets, man. Get the fuck.
But you know what? If
Some
you
bullshit.
live by that, then who would be there for them and expand that brand?
But that's what they got to understand. It's going to take this platform and others like it to, give people the opportunity to express their opinion. Even though we got a resident hater, it's all good because there's more people that are speaking the truth than might be, hating. But we're going to get to some other calls. We got on the boomerang status. One of the two. But anyway, in the NO, in the NO, it is NO.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
Ooh. What's good, people? You understand? Bro, let me tell y'all something. Crawford, bro. I'm a big fan of Crawford, you heard me? I feel like he one of the top fighters in boxing right now, but this the problem I had. All that shit that you did at the weight division, 130, 135, 140, all that shit cool. All that shit look good on the resume. But 147, that shit a whole nother ball game, you heard me? The 147, like the niggas that look good on like the small teams and shit and all that there. Once they get on that team with the big dogs at, shit different, dog. Just like Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, he did it like he was special at 140. At 147, he a regular nigga.
That's true. And no, I didn't mean to be Mike on you, but you know what? You brought up a point and you struck a thought. A lot of people use amateur records and be like, yo, he got 300 amateur fights to like boost the fighter up. So yeah, I don't think weight class make a difference, bro. I always felt Terrance Crawford was like the real deal, unstoppable.
Okay, look. Check this out, casual.
Until that article.
I'm gonna tell you how niggas. All right. But look, at 140, Danny Garcia unified. That had one belt hanging out there, but you knew he was the man at 140. At 147, you don't know who the fuck the man is. We ain't never find that shit out yet. So all them motherfuckers fight each other, we ain't gonna never know. You can't say nobody the man at 147. You might can say that shit at 154, 160, maybe at heavyweight as a debate or whatever, but at 147, that shit a mystery. These motherfuckers gotta fight. So coming up and fighting Joe Horn don't give you no kind of strikes at 147. You gotta fight Thurman.
Joe Horn played football. Jeff Horn boxed.
One of them big dogs. You hear me? Cause I'm gonna tell you, look, Joe Horn, bro, he got his ass whooped so bad. He looking like more at the time and Hearns got to him. And they gave him that fight, bro. That was fucked up.
Y'all forgetting Jeff Horn beat Pac-Man, man.
Out Joe Horn, man. Thank y'all, but Joe Horn there.
Just the same person that Jamel beat Tony Harrison.
Let him talk, Mikey. Telling the truth, like I said.
I'm looking at casual, like, bro, what casual got on? Polar bear? Like, what's going on over there?
That's
homie?
Sherpa, bro. Sherpa.
Okay,
You don't know.
all
It's
right,
from
shit.
Malaysia. It's from Malaysia.
Why can't you think your thoughts while callers is talking?
My bad.
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
A wolf in the sheep jacket.
Cutting off Fast Mike, man. Cutting off Fast Mike is on the road tonight. You make me laugh, though, man. You make me laugh every day. I appreciate you. Even though it sounds like you have razor blades under your tongue half the time, I do appreciate it. Ness, I told you, dog, you killing these motherfuckers out here. You outworking everybody, and I really fucks with that. Like I said, hard work shows character. Some people are blessed with talent, but hard work is something we all are able to produce and very few produces. So kudos to you. Terrance Crawford simply on the wrong side of the street, man. Simply put. And what'll eventually happen if I'm Al Heyman, and Al Heyman has been proven to be smart as shit, I just let him sit over there and fester and get into these bouts with these guys who are lesser than him, but who are going to rise to the occasion, i.e. Benavidez, and make Terrance Crawford look like diminish his star, take the shine off of his star because these lesser guys are giving him a fight. And if you want to do that to take away a man's leverage, that's a hell of a way of doing it over a 2-year span. Mikey Garcia, look, man, Victor Conte has his, let's just say, quote unquote, checkered past. Mikey coming in here, fuck, he ripped up, dude. Now, what you want me to think? We all work out. None of us get those results in this short period of time. With, I don't know all the supplements now, but I know they're using more advanced shit than what we got at GNC. But the results, man, are troubling to me. They worrying me. Mikey had a fucking ring around his stomach. He had the Michelin Man at 140, 135. All of a sudden, you six-pack daddy. You know what I mean? And you know how it is. Y'all know the adage, man. Shit, Trump better off saying, I'll let all the Mexicans through. I won't even build a wall. You just got to have a six-pack. You get less of them over that way. Mexican fighters don't have six-packs. They're not, they're just not like that, dude.
Canelo has a six-pack. What you talking about?
Yeah, but look, Canelo, that asada, he eat a little different than a regular asada we get. But traditionally, if you look around, Julio Cesar Chavez, from any of them, they don't really generally come with that six-pack, daddy.
Junior had one.
All of a sudden, who?
Caesar Jr., Chavez Jr.
Nah, not when he was with Ariza. He possibly had one when he was with Ariza, but then they kicked Ariza out of there because his quote-unquote checker pass. But that's my call, though, fellas. Me being the second caller of the year, I want to put in my bid for who I think should be this year's caller of the year. And like they say, it ain't no show without info, Joe. That man been calling in consistently. And I think that'll be a well addition to the echelon with myself, Chris, myself, JD, bring Info Joe on into the Hall of Fame with us. Info, shout out.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I can name like 30,000 Mexican fighters to have 6 packs. But besides the point, I wouldn't agree with that statement.
He's on his way. I mean, you could get a 6-pack in like
Big Trap.
3 weeks.
Talk to me.
Hey, what up, man? Hey, I just want to holler at my homie Mike, man. Mike, I'm gonna preference this statement with I'm from Mississippi too.
What up, nigga? Third Coast, stand up.
Hey, you are the cutoff king, though, dog. You cut off everybody, bro. You cut.
I'm like your motherfucking uncle, nigga. I got something to say, goddamn.
But I fuck with you though, Mike. For real though, man.
That's some Mississippi talk right there. I'm like your uncle. I cut off anybody.
Yeah, what up, man? I'm called in while you was on the show.
What was that?
You too, Cass. Hey, but Ron, right when you was talking about that Mikey Garcia shit, man, I was commenting on that 6-pack post, saying, damn, Mikey must be on that Canelo corner side or something. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker jacked. That motherfucker jacked. I need his workout plan, bro.
Sack, right? Oh, snack. My bad. Snack.
Just head over to the snack facilities, man.
Yeah.
You're right.
Tell them what the acronym snack means. Science.
Strawberry buns.
Look, snacked, jacked, shit. That shit tomato, shit. Everybody over there, goddamn, eating that good carne asada. Hell yeah. Hey, my last thing, Nick, man. Every time I put a comment on the what's the ask the question and shit, you always fuck my last name up. My name is Travis Frierson, bro. Not Fearson. Frierson.
Firesen?
Show me some love, Nick. Yeah, do me right.
I'ma just go with your first name from now on. You know who it is. Now we know it's you. Why you ain't get why y'all don't got uniform usernames? You Big Trap over there, Travis over there. Come on, man. Keep it uniform.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all love, though, man.
No, man, it's all love too. It's all love. I'm just saying, like, it's this other. I got another a Patreon, right? He's a boomerang. I think it's KO. But like he's like a whole nother name on Skype, and he's like, "Bro, you ain't getting to me." I'm like, "How I'm supposed to know?"
Ness and Firesen. Somebody on the chat just said Ariza makes a hell of a protein shake.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they've been.
I ain't got no chill, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I need the protein shake. I need the protein shake. I need the inhaler. I need all this shit.
You need the hell of a protein shake, though, not just the regular joint.
Yeah. Hey, my last little statement though, man. Hey, for that Mikey Garcia, man, y'all need to do something for that shit, man. Cause I be in Dallas. I'm driving down to Dallas just for that fight and shit. I want to kick it with the TBV fam, man. So let me know what's up.
Hey, man, go ahead and vote on the post on patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We need that decision to be made. We're going to be Paulie on the super chat. What up?
Man, hold on. I'm at work, man. I'm about to get Mike, I'm about to give you work, man, real quick. How long I got? About 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is a drive back. All right, look. First of all, before I give you that work, Mike, Ness, you gave me the green light to talk about UFC for about 5 seconds, huh? Right? Chris Cyborg got knocked the fuck out with that overhand right. I want to see John Jones and Deontay Wilder ASAP. Fuck AJ. We ought to start pushing for that John Jones versus Wilder. AJ ain't in the picture no more. Now that John Jones is back. Now, Mike, listen, man. I want to ask you a question, bro. You hear me?
He did.
That ain't sound like you, Mike, man. That's you?
I'm here, homie. I'm here. I'm good. Let's go.
Okay, it sound like you ducking behind the wall. At what point, I just want to know this, like on some real shit. At what point did you just start liking Terrance Crawford? Like, what did he do exactly for you to just go this hard for him, bro? I just want to know, like, not even being funny. Because I'm going to tell you something about my favorite fighter after you tell me.
It's just like, bro, like I go with this hard with like I'm all the fighters that I like. The only reason it don't seem like I go this hard for Wilder is because me and Ness agree on Wilder. If Ness had a different opinion or view, I would see a lot more.
My bad. I don't know if I said Wilder. I meant Crawford. At what point?
I know. What I'm saying about Crawford, bro, is like I just recognize the fucking skill level, bro, and the fucking mean streak that he got, and shit. Like got like similar qualities that remind me of possibly like me, and like Wilder do just like the same. Like
got you.
Those guys, like those guys have qualities like when they speak or like their personality or like anything that remind me of myself.
Okay, see now we peeling back the layers. Mike just not a fanboy. He identifying with a brother who identified with how he feel.
I was gonna say like the hairline. I think hairline. Yeah, I got the same hairline. You and Terrance Crawford. Yeah.
The
yeah. Look at him patting this shit down.
Before my call is up, man. Wilder, my favorite fighter, and it's not because this is what he do inside of the ring and that knockout power. It's about what he stand for, what he speak on. So I can identify, I can relate to that, Mike.
Nigga.
Crawford, but you still be like doing a little extra. That's all I'm saying. I mean, Wilder can do wrong in my eyes. Wilder, it ain't no Wilder can't do no. Wilder is a man and he can do wrong. I need you to expand your mind and think that Crawford can do a little bit of wrong. Even though I fuck with Crawford and I understand why you like him, come on, bro. You just be going a little too hard, my nigga.
I said tonight, bro. I said tonight, challenging the reporter was the wrong thing to do.
Bro.
I said that tonight on the show that challenging Mike Coppinger to a fight was the wrong thing to do. I did not agree with that. I don't condone you trying to go beat up a fucking reporter. No, it's not cool. But same time, like I said, if you're going to say and tweet that shit online, bro, just bring it up to me when you see me in a press conference, and I'll give you the fucking real deal. Like, you ain't got to.
Man, reporters, come up to Crawford, man. He going to give you the real deal, So be careful what you ask him.
Don't put his news out there. Boycott the Crawford. Like, do he really bring you money?
Stainless on the boomerang.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Mike, don't worry about the hate, man. You know what I'm saying? Haters just let you know you're doing better, man. As far as the Garcia stuff, y'all gonna have to enlighten me on that. I was kind of off of it in the beginning.
What Garcia stuff?
Just the fact that he came in at 146.6 and looks damn good, and looks like he's putting it on the weight in the right way, and he's about 3 months out before his fight, and he's taking it really serious. And Ron brought up the partnership that he has with Snack and Victor Conte.
Snack and Victor Conte.
Wait. So the picture today was 146?
146.6.
Oh, that's bad, man. He already on weight 3 months out. He need to be weighing more than that.
I don't know, bro.
Why do you say that? It was 146.
Maybe
man, a stack of pancakes. It's too soon, bro. Yo, listen. Earl gonna be weighing 20 pounds heavier than that the day before.
I think that's the older picture. That's what.
Oh, now we think it's older picture, and he got a 6.6.
Now we think it's fake. Now
he got the 3.5 pack.
Why y'all killing Stainless Call though?
I don't want
Stainless on the corner. Got to speak up. Bro.
All you have to do
punches,
is just type Mikey Garcia Snack. See for yourself.
Like you, man. I'm at work right now making my money. For me, it's kind of weird because Robert Garcia always said like Mikey Garcia don't really work out like that. You know what I'm saying? So for him to have a 6-pack now, that do seem kind of weird.
Oh,
I mean, I ain't calling a spade, but it seems a little weird to me.
I believe you.
I hope it's nothing too trivial, too big that will ruin or upset this fight. Though I can say that. But yeah, I think it needs to be maybe a little investigation into Victor Conte and Snack. I mean, you talking about the guy who's always been ahead of the pack and helping fighters and other athletes find agents to cover up, whatever they're doing. So maybe it is important that because I think another caller alluded to it as well. Like I'm saying, we just take Vada like it's
like it's the big thing. But Wada be suspect, doing some suspect shit too. So
Nah, I don't know about that.
And Wada and USADA.
I think Vada catch them all.
I don't.
They got a better track record.
Yeah, they catch them. It seems like they catch them when they want to catch them though, and not when. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't always like it's some people that, you know what I'm saying? Like Canelo with that beef shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like it's convenient when it's convenient for them. But as I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. Get on Patreon, get your money up. Quit shoplifting. Peace.
Hey, all right, Ness, real quick. The Errol Spence interview I saw on Fight Hype, and he mentioned he would destroy Mikey Garcia. It was also said that Mikey Garcia has never done sit-ups in his fight career and has just started now.
Look,
that raises question.
I mean,
all I'm saying is,
what questions it raised?
Because it's like so a big dude, right? Let's say a big dude, flabby dude, no, not big like obvious like obese or anything, but a guy never done sit-ups. You know, if he follows a regimen, 3 weeks later he could have a 3.5 pack.
Look, all I'm saying is I don't trust Vada or USADA. There's this favoritism on one or the other. Like Vada to me has become a PR thing where if you enroll in Vada, you're good. I don't trust Vada or USADA. They both report to Vada. So at the end of the day, that's my whole thing.
Ron.
You don't have to trust me.
So hold up, Ron.
He's triggered. He's triggered. He's
Okay.
triggered.
All right, don't go full marathon on it, right? So now I'm just saying, with that being said, Ron, the 6-pack, the 3.5 pack rather, and just starting to do sit-ups. That's where the question, I don't know, that's a little suspect right there. And the snack can't be partnership. Yo, we're gonna show you how to engineer your stomach, your abdominal.
Bro, it's called genetics, man. Get your
genetics. What are you talking about? Look at Robert Garcia himself.
Genetics, man. Yeah, go check Robert Garcia when he was a fighter. Let's go to a brand new caller, 518. It's probably Antonio with a new phone. Always got fucking Metro piece of shit. 518-982. Who this?
Yo.
Yeah, who's this?
Oh, you can hear me?
Genetics.
You turn your radio down in the back.
Yeah.
You mean your computer?
Yeah, this big Gucci Nick.
Big Gucci Nick.
Big Gucci Nick.
That's all he wear, Gucci.
Yeah, you already know. Hey, I don't want to take any jabs at Mike, right? But
I like you, Mike.
But
I think Thurman beats Crawford. I mean,
that's
think about
cool.
it, right?
That's cool, bro.
Thurman beats Danny Garcia, and in the amateurs, Danny did beat Crawford. Granted, Crawford beat Danny. They're 1-for-1, but Danny did beat Crawford. Keith beat Danny. So, I mean, what do you guys think about it?
I mean, we'll just see like when the fight happens, bro. If Thurman and Crawford ever happens, shit, we'll see, and we'll be doing a live fight chat for it, and we'll be reporting on it, and life will go on.
I'm gonna say different than that. I'm gonna say it's never about the man that beat the man. Can beat a fighter A, right? That's what I learned. So it's not about it.
Word. I second Enrique, man. It's never about the man that beat the man or fighter A beats fighter B because the C. Nah, they got to fight. Look at Tony Harrison. We do it like that, Tony would have never been champ.
Exactly.
We counted him out, and he ain't count himself out, and he champ now.
And that's why I don't count Adrian Broner out against
At the jury store with his shirt off, buying jury.
Put money on it.
I'll put money the closer we get. Let me see the all access on Friday. I'm ready to put $2,000 on it.
That Broner fight.
You gonna lose 2,000.
So now I gotta listen to
you got AB. Hold on. You got AB?
Who got AB?
Yeah, I got AB on this one, man.
This is
Even
stupid.
though Pacquiao got fast hands, I think his age is gonna catch up to him, and I got AB like late round.
It's possible. It's
late round
very
stoppage?
possible.
You got him by stoppage?
I got him by stoppage.
Mike, write his name down.
9 to 12, man.
Write that shit down. Make the Broner list right now.
Big Gucci Nick.
Big
All I wear is Gucci.
Big Gucci
remember
Nick.
this, dude. Remember
Upstate
this.
Albany.
Remember
He got
90
that old
seconds.
money. He got that New York old money.
Yeah.
Albany.
You already know. Yo, but But listen to this though. Adrian knocked down the current WBC champion, Sean Porter,
in the 12th round.
Dude. Like,
That's right. Talk that shit.
He carried that power. He carried that power to the 12th round is what I'm saying though. Like, kind of like keep that in mind.
Tell the truth. That's true. That's true.
And Sean Porter on some high intensity
60
training.
seconds. Yeah, I heard.
Well fit dude.
How accurate it is, but I heard Sean Porter was once a light heavyweight or something like that. I don't know, man.
Yeah. He fought Usyk at light heavyweight and beat him.
No. That's not how it worked. They fought in
that sounds funny.
No, they fought in the amateurs, which weight varies, because they're younger. But
yeah,
he did start his professional career bigger. I think it was like more like a super middleweight.
I thought.
Yeah, I think it was at 168.
Okay, 168. Okay, yeah, close to fucking light heavyweight.
Yo,
I don't know what weight they start.
In theory, I mean, in closing, Mike got bodied by just about everybody.
Body, like chalk around his body.
The streets think that TBV
10 seconds
is hating on Crawford, but more of
don't even repeat that shit.
But more of the streets think Crawford needs a defining win.
Mm-hmm.
What street you living on?
Know what I'm saying?
Hoyt Street.
Yeah, good day.
Also, casual wearing a mink. Is that a mink? He got a mink on?
Oh man, you don't know what minks look like? This is a Sherpa, bro.
I can't see it, bro. I can't. My bad.
Legendary baby, man.
You got a jersey baby out here doing legendary.
My bad. I could only see a thumbnell like that big.
I thought he was wearing the Charlos, the little lion thing he come out with.
Oh yeah.
Sherpa. I don't even know what Sherpa is.
Japanese Sherpa.
That's the TBV sheep shirt we coming out with.
I thought Sherpa was goddamn ice cream or some shit.
I wasn't hating. It looked dope.
It's that winter.
I thought sherbet was ice cream too.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Nah, you said sherbet or sorbet. This is Sherpa with a P.
Oh, Sherpa. I thought you said
P.
Sherbet.
I said P like P.
My bad, damn the legendary baby. I can't afford it. I don't know what it's called, homie.
Yeah.
I don't buy.
I got mad at you.
I don't pronounce shit that I can't afford.
this straight from Japan.
On a super chat, Ohio runs boxing. Vernon Forrest beat the #1 pound for pound Sugar Shane Mosley 2 times and lost to Ricardo Mayorga twice and had 3 losses and no one on his resume. Basically, he's saying it don't matter if Crawford ain't got nobody on his resume. He could come out of nowhere and beat the brakes off of somebody. But then he could also come out of nowhere and lose twice to somebody who's a bum in Ricardo Mayorga.
Absolutely. Both things can happen, and we just have to wait and see what will happen.
That was a good
great
point.
show tonight by everybody on the panel. I enjoyed all the little Crawford enemies, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We still standing strong. We still strong.
Mike,
can I get my final thoughts or when you finish?
To get that Crawford interview. He think if he go hard for Crawford, no matter what, Crawford one day gonna be like, I grant you, Sir Crawford's.
Oh wow.
In a night.
Hey man, I recognize good talent. I think Crawford's one of the best talents.
Crawford round table.
We got a super chat from Ohio Run Boxing. So stop with the triangle theory. I agree. But yeah, fuck shit. I don't know where I was going with this shit. But Crawford, man, Thurman, Spence, Porter, we all got to see them in the ring, and then we can crown a real king of 147. And until that happens, we'll still have these debates and these arguments and these back and forth that people have different opinions about it, and we'll just have to fucking live with them until the fight happens. But follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And if you want to hate some more, tune in Monday through Friday, and I will be bottling this all morning.
My turn. Who we got tomorrow? We got
Austin Trout at 3:00 and at 9 in the morning. I know who we got. Who do we have somebody at 9 in the morning scheduled?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. Who is it?
Who was it? Oh, it was the prospect, right?
What prospect? Man,
I don't remember. You gave me 2.
Man. You guys suck, man.
I have it on my iCalendar.
Yo, B.
Well, you got a calendar like right there beside you.
My turn. At Fight Talk is my Instagram. TBV_casual fan is my Twitter handle, as well as my YouTube channel. And Nestor Gibbs, please drop that Dillian White warrior yell for Adrian Broner, who's going to take on and begin his his counter.
Let's go! I'm ready.
I think he's ready for Manny Pacquiao. As far as Crawford, man, Terrance Crawford, I'm the fan of Terrance Crawford. You know, he beat my fighter, Yorkies Gamboa, as I mentioned earlier. But damn, Terrance, Mike ain't helping your reputation. Mike Coppinger, that is. I ain't talking about Mike Cross. Talking about Mike Coppinger. Is not helping the reputation, man. So I can understand you being upset. Like, come on, dog. You fucking up my money.
Well, Ness was ready to hate you. Like, oh, Mike, ha, 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 ha.
I was.
He was ready. No, nigga, he wasn't talking about me.
Nah, it was a
Hold your
double,
motherfucking backlash in, homie.
Double entendre. Double entendre there.
Ready. let me get my final thoughts off. Here are my final thoughts, because I want to make them real clear, because this whole TBV hating on Crawford shit, like, ain't no one ever said, or at least I did not say, that I didn't think Crawford beats the brakes off of all three of the welterweights were mentioned, except for Spence. I think he beats Thurman. I wouldn't pick that fight right now.
Now you're sidelining.
I think he definitely beats Porter.
No, we don't want no sideline.
No. I said that I'm tired of him not fighting. I said I'm tired of him not fighting the dudes that he needs to fight. And that's it.
Don't nobody agree with what Mario said. He taking them crazy Texas drinks over there. Now, nobody, what the fuck he talking about? We not on the same page.
Yo, Mario, please finish. You know, they like to double up.
That's it. I'm gonna end it right there, because I just don't want people thinking that I don't respect Crawford. I respect the shit out of Crawford. I just want to see him fight
moonwalking. He moonwalking.
I'ma say Crawford ain't done shit lately. You ain't hater. Nah, listen, all I want you to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 93,000. We at 92,809. So subscribe. Tomorrow we back. We got Ernesto Rodriguez, the trainer of Jarrett Hurd, on the line at 9:30 sharp a.m. Then we got a 3 p.m. with Austin Trout. We got Prospect Wednesdays on Patreon only with Josue Vargas, you know, newly sound top-ranked prospect. I mean, we got so much, man. I actually got Calvin Ford, the trainer of Gervonta Davis, also lined up, I think, for either Tuesday at 9:30, and I got Tuesday at 9:15 Jamel Herring, who's gonna be getting that title shot at Masayuki Ito. You know, your boy Steve Kim said that today. I have my show scheduled since like yesterday. I don't know, but whatever.
And my final thoughts, you can find me at Ron G FIQ. Now look, this is for maybe the one or two random people that might do this, but please go out there, do your own research, look about, you know, Thomas Hauser, about the whole entire drug testing, USADA, VADA. Think for yourself. This whole public perception on what is right and what is good, it's all opinion based, but do the research and find out what you think is appropriate and not what everyone else says. Because if you don't know what CRR testing is, or TI, or testosterone and or epi-testosterone testing is, then you really can't really feel comfortable on whatever they do if you just don't know what they're doing. So do your homework as fight fans, and that's it.
Or motherfuckers using IVs. Oh shit, he said it.
Oh my god.
And I just want to give a quick Patreon update. We are holding strong at the 24%. So tell a friend to tell a friend. We got 5 shows per week on Patreon. That's 5 days a week. We got Untitled on Monday, so catch us tomorrow on Untitled. Tuesday's Film Study Tuesday. I don't know if Tuesday is gonna be like
New Year's Eve, or something like that. I mean, it should be, right?
If you guys,
I'm down early
because I got a scheduled interview with Jamal Herring. It's already scheduled here on YouTube. So
yeah, I'm good for that.
I'll be working Tuesday anyway, so we'll probably also do a Film Study Tuesday on Tuesday. Then we got Prospect Wednesdays with Josue Vargas, also on Patreon. Then we got Thursdays, Comic Creeping Thursdays. And this week, hopefully we got any fights this week?
Nope.
Oh, man, so no better.
Oh, I mean, you got Floyd Mayweather's exhibition.
That's tonight.
Man, you can't even bet on me.
Hey, Nessa, I was wondering, man, how much does it cost to sign up to Patreon if I wanted to sign up?
I think there's different prices.
Lowest tier is $3. It costs you as cheap as it is to buy yourself a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying?
Once a month.
Get your latte for TBV once a month, and just get a ton of extra, content, because outside of the 5 separate shows that we have each single day, we got all the posts, man. Ask a Spider Trainer series where you get to ask a question, which we will have Austin Trout this week. We got Calvin Ford this week. We got Jamal Herron this week. We got Ernesto Rodriguez trainer Jared Hurd this week. We got Caleb Plant this week.
Jose,
We got Gilberto Ramirez this week. Yo, I mean, it's a crazy fucking week. I'm turning up the heat. All right.
2019 week at that.
I'm making it where like you just really can't listen to nothing else because there's just too much TBV content out there.
Right. I want to say one more thing, right? I do also have a Patreon page. You don't have to pay. You just join. I'm gonna post. I need some inspiration. I want y'all to see some new things that I put out. I sent it to one of my Patreons, Rick Fulton, a box this weekend. So
I need a canvas, bro. I need a canvas, man.
I gotta do canvas.
Yeah.
I'm working on that. So it's called Inked. What boxing fan apparel. It's my Patreon. Patreon.com/boxing fan apparel. Boxing fan apparel. Yeah, you might see the Sherpa.
Yeah, man. So if you support the movement, head on over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We're trying to get to 100%. We're trying to take this thing to the next level. Look, we got invited down to Keith Thurman, but there's just no funds for that. We could have been in the camp life. There's no funds though. You know what I'm saying? We got to be right here, hard at work, doing podcast after podcast.
Yo, the Zone offered me a deal, by the way.
Damn, what they offered you?
I ain't trying to say.
All right.
Was it good enough for you to
record it?
I can't say it loud.
Oh,
was it good enough for you to consider? How about that?
How about this? They wanted me to help expand the brand.
Damn.
Enrique Church, legendary baby.
A brand.
Oh, A brand. Listen, man, I got talking about A brand. I'm about to go have some brand and other sorts of good nutritionist food. So my name is Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. And catch me tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. where at 9:15 we'll be having a good old chit chat with Ernesto Rodriguez, the trainer of Jared Hurd, and we'll be talking obviously Charlo and Harrison Hurd, and what Hurd does next. Is it really going to be Julian Williams? Would they consider maybe the Harrison hometown? I mean, why not? The unification, like so much. So listen,
Happy New Year.
Free ways to support the show. Hitting the thumbs up, absolutely free. Signing up and dropping a 5-star review on iTunes, absolutely free. Sharing the show on your social media, absolutely free. Telling a friend to tell a friend, absolutely free.
Going over to the Boxing Voice.
BoxingVoice.com/affiliate sponsors, clicking on that Amazon hyperlink, using it, sharing it, bookmarking it, repeatedly using it. Whenever you do your Amazon shopping, it costs you absolutely nothing, but we get a small kickback, which we use to do other things that come to be great content. So those are ways to absolutely support the show free. Everybody done? All right, we're done. Peace.
Yo, Happy New Year.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye-bye.